It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims to Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and end. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Church. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom.
I love the pink. I love how she did the pink in that song, man. I
love the whole song, man. I love the whole song. Hey, Chicago, what's up?
Right.
Yeah, I love that song actually. It gets me jumping, man.
Man.
I go up another level. It's like having a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
You know
what it reminds me of? I'll show you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of this right here, this guy. You know this guy, right? This guy?
Yeah, Brian Hale. Yeah, he took some great photos. Yeah.
Some stunning. Wow. I mean, this kid's dino. He's got it. This is
Does he do weddings and stuff?
I'm sure he does, man.
Yeah. Well, check him out, man. If you're getting married or something.
That's a movie. I wonder. That's a movie.
Oh, look at that. Look at that, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
What if he gonna be down there on the 8th, you think?
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh, all right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
If he's free, he's there. And his sidekick, she's great too. They both take some really great photos.
Look at that, man. Holy shit.
Guy's great.
Oh, look at that. There's a wedding picture. Look at the black roses. Oh, shit. Oh.
Kidding me,
That's
right?
Cool. That's cool.
Look at the colors.
It's a nice way to wake up in the morning, huh, Tom? I'm gonna get that. Just get those, like a rotating screensaver. Just kind of goes up, maybe. There's a butterfly. Yeah. Yep. Tom, play the video I just sent you. I don't know what that is. Sammy just sent it to you. That's cool, man.
Yeah. So
hey, Carrie Ann, check him out. Brian Hale, man.
Love him. Gotta move my beautiful sticky note. Okay.
Hey, yeah. So you've been watching all the photos of Karen being posted on X. Everybody's
a great thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you all for doing that. By the way, you all started something wonderful.
Yeah. Then Turtle Boy wanted to the next day, so it was 2 days. It's just like awesome. Like you forget how much you saw, like the hugs, the prayer circle, her walking by, Yannetti's interview about Lucky and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. None of the bad shit, like all the good stuff. It was all good. It was awesome.
Amazing pictures, It's so awesome. That Mike, you started that, bud.
Yeah, I started it just on a whim,
that was Monday. It's Wednesday. Yeah.
I wanted to get like positive vibes going because everybody's been punching each other in the face lately.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
yeah, man, you lighten the blows there.
You know what it is? I'm an empath, man. I'm just
I'm with you, but
it hurts though sometimes because you trust that you trust a lot of people. And you live, you're really, you're behind them and stuff, and then you get disappointed. You're like, what the fuck,
dude? I loaned somebody money, took care of this, that, helped, and they go around trying to kill me and They tried to stop the channel the day before Karen's trial.
Right?
Dropped all my mods. Poof, gone. Like, whatever.
Weird stuff, man.
And she's still doing it. She's just like freaking what Aiden's dealing with. But you know what? You just keep going. You just knock yourself out. Have fun doing that. You're wasting your time because you're lying.
But you say to yourself, "Oh, I won't let that happen to me again. I won't be, engaged in that way." Yeah. I'm just wired that way.
Happens, buddy.
I believe you until you give me a reason not to, right? And then I feel sad. I feel bad about myself not picking up on it.
I'm glad you brought that up. I had
Why?
just hung up the phone, maybe, what's it, 8:08, 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I was speaking to one of our mutual friends, and I think the topic we should think about, and everyone should talk about, is put yourself in Karen Reed's shoes for a second. Okay.
Oh my God.
You have people that like you. You have people that hate you. You have people that think they know you. You have people that think they talk for you. You
Right.
think, I mean, and all she's doing is just trying to defend herself, right? And this whole movement has grown and grown and grown into a movement. It's a movement.
Mm-hmm.
And for a second, how would you feel about that, Mike? You have all these people behind you. You don't even know them. You've never met one of these people in your life.
No. Right.
And how can mentally, how do you put yourself in that position?
You have to surround yourself with people that love you, that that are like-minded like you, prayer, church, things like that. I mean, that's how you get through it, and try to block as much as you can out. Keep your circle small,
Mm-hmm.
real small, and check it every now and then. Check your circle, like who's in it. Are they doing the right things? Because I tell you, waking up with that, or even going to bed with that every night is tough, man. That's why I thought about, let's get some positive pictures out there of Karen, family, and just, because it doesn't have to be bad stuff every day. It doesn't have to be Brian Tully getting slapped on the wrist. It doesn't have to be someone got arrested. It doesn't have to be a child molester being on the news. We can put some good stuff out there and make people smile and remember the good times and remember the wins that we had in court, not the losses or the stupid testimonies and someone lied on the stand. We all know that happened. We all know that happened. But Turtle Boy wrote a good article about being Karen Reed. If Karen Reed did it, she'd have to go through all these things. And I read that and it fucking blew my mind. Like, it's fucking possible.
No, there's no way. It's so out there. But yet again, here we are.
Right. Any logical person that read that blog or read that article, you go to yourself, he reverse engineered it. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. She'd have to do that. She'd have to do that. All these people would have to miss that. The camera would have to be out exactly at the time she was going by. No one heard the car. No, just crazy shit. And she'd have to do it herself. Like, she'd have to plan these things, alone. There wouldn't be a co-conspirator. They'd be like, Karen Reed did all this on a whim. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Just
yeah.
She did it right. Just like your life is planned out like that already for you, right?
But crazy shit. Like when I read that, I was like, wow. Just opened my eyes even more when you reverse engineer it and just go, this is fucking crazy. How are we even at trial? Like, legit, how are we even at a trial right now? Because it's so obvious when you read that what you'd have to do to get to this point and to hurt John and murder John. These are the things that she would have to do, and people would not have to see. The timing of a ring camera being out, 2 ring cameras being out, missing everything. She went back and planned, just crazy shit.
It's so.
So who's the ones that are thinking crazy? We aren't, because we see it logically impossible to happen. The Arca guy's blown away. It's beyond that. It's just like what she'd have to do to make this happen without getting caught is fucking incredible.
I couldn't pull one of those things off.
No, I couldn't live with
every single one after that. It's just not going to happen.
I couldn't live with myself, dude. I would have taken a deal.
So
if I was guilty, I would have taken the deal.
You know what we don't see, Mike?
What?
We don't see the entire world, all the law tubers that are out there, right? All of them. We don't see them coming to us and saying, listen, guys, this is how it happened. There's none of that. Where is it?
I read.
We know what happened with OJ, right? We know what happened with Scott Peterson. Right. We know what happened with the Murdochs, right? All the people that studied that, right? If they look at this, they can tell us real quick in a heartbeat what happened.
Right. Read that article.
Where is that?
Yeah.
It's not
they
there.
Can't. It's not there, dude. And the other thing is like the whole where the body was and the blood loss, and then the ME office. I mean, just so many things. So many. There's gonna be 15 different things that she got lucky on that just went her way by accident. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, it was well written, and I'll give kudos to him. Kudos to you, Dr. Turnboy. I mean, that was fucking one of your best articles ever, man. It was great.
Amazing.
If you're not convinced Karen didn't do it, read this article, and I guarantee you, because it's all facts, you will open your eyes and go, wow, yeah, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. That would have to happen. Like, just bullshit. And then the lies on the stand to make it seem like she did it, right? All the people that saying it are like, come on, what the fuck are you talking about? And Colin was in the house, dude. Colin was in the house.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was in the house.
So,
he was in the house.
What motive did Karen have?
None.
Now, again, let's go back to physics, okay?
Yeah.
Theoretically, how tall is Karen?
I would say like 5'7".
No.
5'5".
She's my height.
5'8", 5'5". I don't know.
5'5", 5'5", maybe.
John was 6'2", so he's tall. Yeah, he's a big dude.
Okay.
Big dude. Yeah.
You measure Karen's arms. Where do they reach on John's face?
Well, yeah, so it would barely touch his chin, really, if she swung. Right? Am I thinking the right way?
And he looked like he went 5. She did 5 rounds with him.
Right. Or the car, and we know for a fact,
5 rounds.
The physics don't lie. The car didn't hit John, and John didn't hit the car. Didn't happen.
But yet she said she hit him. So if she hit him, she beat him up like that.
Right.
Hey, listen, I got a friend here. Hold on. Actually, it's a mod. Good morning, Miss Carrie. Hey.
Coffee what's going on, girl?
Good morning.
I put you on the spot.
Are you used to being up this early or no?
I don't think she sleeps, Mike.
Oh yeah, she's one of those. Are you one of those, Carrie?
Am I like doing feedback? What am I doing here?
I don't know.
Sound good?
Yeah, we can hear. We can hear you fine.
Open? Okay.
The only thing you need to open is just StreamYard.
All right.
You got
it. Good.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So if you're Karen Reed, can you imagine all these people that are behind you and all these people that are against you? How do you process that as a girl?
As a woman.
Yeah, that too.
She is a woman of dignity and honor, hands down.
Right.
Yeah.
Stronger than all of us.
Yep.
Combined.
Right.
Yeah.
She has more wafos than all of us. Let's just say that. I mean, the girl is gonna take down the state, you know?
Yeah, we don't think about that too much, do we, Mike?
So I oftentimes when I think about the amount of BS that she's going through, I try to remind myself that, you know, as horrible as this sounds, that maybe John's death wasn't in vain, because look at the ultimate end of all of this, right? If, you know, we're talking about the can of worms.
I think he'd be proud of that, right? Mike, Mike, you knew him. Would he be proud?
And listen, and if he was a good cop, and
which we know,
and his whole gig was to be a good cop, you know, good cops are supposed to hate bad cops the worst, right?
Right.
So, you know, it would make me feel like, as horrible as it is, that maybe John's death is not necessarily in vain, because it's going to open up something and hopefully make a change in Massachusetts. And then, you know, maybe open people's eyes about the possibility of corruption happening, you know, and
Yeah.
maybe it'll encourage people to get involved in their local and politics, their town politics or whatever, to keep things moving around instead of having this like whole good old boy club that's been going on in Canton since way before I ever moved there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't do
Generational.
well with out of towners.
I can attest to that, man.
Yeah.
They hate free thinkers. You know, like what the.
So, Carrie, I have a question, and I hope it's
Sure.
not if it's too personal. We'll skip it. But
Yep.
Okay. Well,
I have
can't
good
wait for this one.
boundaries.
Yep. But you're pretty much the same height as I am. You're not bigger than I. You're not smaller than I am.
God, no,
We're kind of there, right?
I'm a tiny little
Generally.
girl. Yes.
Probably the same build as Karen.
Yep.
Oh yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah.
Very petite. Yes.
And your husband is, how tall is he now?
Skip 6 feet.
He's not
He's a 6 foot.
All right. And John was 6'2".
Right.
Could you
Yeah,
make
220.
him end up with 2 black eyes?
Oh, I wish. No, I'm serious. Listen, no.
Exactly.
And
Just
I've only
physics.
fought men.
Physics, right? No, Carrie, really, physics. Could Karen physically do that to John?
No.
So we rule that off the table now.
Right.
Listen, I drive an SUV very similar to the size of the Lexus that
Same weight.
Miss Reed was driving. And first of all, even in my sports car, I couldn't go reverse that quickly in that short of a span. And trust me, I'm like a little race car demon. So, and I can park my big, huge truck in the size of a Hyundai parking spot, FYI. So, yeah, if I were to hit Skip with my truck, he wouldn't even, first of all, he wouldn't even go down.
No, he wouldn't. Again.
And he does not have the width. He's a tall string bean. And I highly doubt that I could take him out with my truck. So I remember when this first, when it first,
just the tail light, not the rest of the. You can only use the tail light. That's it.
Please.
And it's got his arm. No, it's not. It's physically impossible.
When years ago, Skip and I did a trip up to Maine to go see some friends of ours, and he backed my truck right into a tree, and nothing happened to it.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. He backed it into a tree.
Yeah. Stationary.
Yeah.
Doesn't move.
Stationary.
Doesn't move.
Large
Right?
tree.
No, there's physics for you. Force, every action has a reaction, right? Truck hits something, it's gotta go, something's gonna break or go forward again. Absolutely right. Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yep.
And if you can't see the logic in that, or you can't understand it, that's a good point. Back your car into a tree. What happens? The tree's not gonna move, man. John was gonna move. So how does a taillight break under that much pressure when there's a movable object on both sides? Because force will push force.
He'd have to have his arm.
Listen, it would push him right into the snow. He would fall on his bum gently, if anything.
Right.
No.
Yeah, it'd be on the grass. Be on the grass.
Listen, I know we talked about this, Tom, like about a year ago, when we all came to realize, I think, well, some of us, I don't want to say we all, but I know that some of us have had this discussion before. And again, my husband plows, and so our company plows in the winter. So when this first came out, way back, right, when it first happened, and it was on the very local news, my first thought was, and the reason why it grabbed my attention is because obviously it's in Canton, right? So 2 miles away. And
wait a minute. He doesn't own by the yard, does he? Because that's the company that didn't exist that was signed the contract.
Oh, I know.
Did plow that wasn't plowing, but it did, and it's not a company, and it's it's something, but it's not, and it's. But they got.
So
The,
I'm so aware.
Who do you give the certificate of insurance to? Oh, don't worry about it. You don't need it. It's a friend of a friend. No way. We'll just pay. How much do you want to get paid?
You're supposed to have to get a COI for everybody, right?
You're not
And
wrong,
then,
No
Tom.
G-finicals for everybody. Come
Yeah.
on.
well, so when the thing first hit the news, you know, my immediate thought was, oh my God, this poor girl. It was probably, you know, some terrible whatever.
Right.
And it, for two reasons, it grabbed my attention early on. And it was because, you know, I do work with domestic stuff. And then, you know, obviously my husband plows. So I was like, holy crap. Like, what if, God forbid, you know, a plow was coming through, didn't see the guy, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm only 2 miles away from this situation. And when I moved from Canton to Stoughton, I only moved 2 miles away. So, and I still, you know, own the properties in Canton that I have. Needless to say, they were going to have Lucky take the fall for that. I'm almost positive, right? And then
100%. Absolutely.
the convenience of the Karen calling and panicking.
Looks like you
and,
get hit by a plow. I'd buy it.
eh,
Real quick. The people that know that would look at it would buy it. Oh yeah, he got all messed up. He get hit by
well, listen, I would buy that over, oh, a tail light of a Lexus took him.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the
Yeah.
crap.
100%.
Again, he would have bounced onto the snow onto his butt.
Absolutely true. So
Yeah.
now they have to make everything fit, including the vehicle information that it stores within itself. They destroyed that. They took the chip off. Let's just get rid of this, break that. Come on.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Brian Higgins, because he had a plow on the front of his truck, I wonder if he plows for the town of Canton while he gets paid.
I don't think you could do that with a Jeep, bro, but I could be wrong.
You can clean up small spaces, light.
Small streets, corners. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do some good
Yeah.
cleanup. So like around schools and stuff like that, where the sidewalks are super
Crosswalk,
wide,
the
stuff like
banks
that.
out. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Easy, you know, easy stuff. Anyway,
Lucky was always the guy. They say they always bullied him. And he see, you take the worst truck there is, even though he was there the longest. They did. I think they absolutely disrespected Lucky, and they see him as a fall guy. Lucky,
he's the nicest guy, and he probably doesn't argue about anything. He's just so simple.
Listen, think of how that would have come out to him. Hey, Lucky, listen, we got friends. We'll give you a deal here. Get you real quick in and out. Do a year. No one will know nothing. We'll keep your job. They would have made it so easy to have him sign on that.
They could have.
Really? I mean, the pressure they could have put on him, especially knowing what happened to the poor guy.
Well, listen, at that place in his life, he had felt he had already lost everything. There's no.
I get it, but putting it on him is so not right. That's diabolical. That's planning.
No.
Yep.
So that was the plan. That absolutely was the plan. And then Jen McCabe called an audible. She called an audible.
It's gonna burn her.
I'm telling you, I agree with you. If they stuck with the Lucky story and all that stuff, it probably would have worked because he doesn't have the resources, right? He would have taken the deal. He would have said, all right, either life or I can do 6 months to a year down in Rhode Island somewhere and I'll come back. And it wasn't OUI, right? It was just, I was driving my plow.
Accidents. Or maybe they would have just let it go and held it over his head. Who knows?
Yeah, what would that have been? Like an involuntary, right? Involuntary,
right,
yeah.
McCabe, O'Keefe would have been able to sue Canton. Everybody would have won, but except for John. Right. There's a reason why it happened this way.
Why did they want to pin it on Karen? That's the thing. Why? What did
she's the out of towner?
But
it was convenient.
But no. They could have still put it on Lucky.
They could have.
I don't get it. I don't understand why they put it on Karen. They had so much more to prove in a harder hill to climb. They could have just, it was a plow. And that's why Trotter said the GPS wasn't working.
That's right.
Like he was going to cover.
That's right.
He's a bad dude too. I'm telling you, he knew. And the FBI come back. Here's the freaking track that Lucky drove.
Yep.
And it matched with what Karen's private investigator did. take me where you drove around, Lucky. Okay. And he did the same route he did 1,000 times before. Not a problem.
And they know their roots. Trust me.
They know every bump, don't they?
Every
Wow.
beat, every piece. They know the corners, what curves, what corners, what's everything. Again, remember like a year ago when we had this conversation and I was talking about the fire hydrants, right?
Yep. Oh
You
yeah.
have to keep that stuff open.
Always. Yep.
So
I
cut it
always
out.
dig mine out.
Like,
Yeah, I always
and
dig
so
mine out.
if you were plowing that area, you're looking over at the fire hydrant. You're seeing it. Isn't that?
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a fire hydrant there.
And
That's
from when
correct.
Mike, when you come around the turn, you're looking for the hydrant, you would see exactly your line of sight is directly where John
Yes,
was.
that's
You
correct.
would absolutely, from when you make that turn at the top of the hill before you even get in front of the house, you're looking for the hydrant. You would have seen him you would have seen him.
It would have been unavoidable.
50 yards. Mike, 50 yards away, you would have been able to see him on that front lawn with him driving, especially with this much snow on the ground.
Keep
Yeah.
in mind, everything is glistening and shining. So
Right.
there would have been, it would have.
Oh, the lights just make everything light. You can't sleep if you're looking out the window of a plow truck. I'll tell you that. It's so bright. It's 10,000 halogen lights.
Yeah, just like your Christmas lights on your house, right? When you drive by, you see everything bounce off the snow. It's beautiful, right? There was no way you would have missed it. There's no way.
And
you would have missed
imagine the view in that beast.
it. Oh yeah, how tall is it? All right, so how high is he
Woo!
sitting? Like 7 feet up in the air?
At least. Yep.
Like 7 feet, right?
He's in a big enough truck where he's in a hydraulic seat. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I knew Lucky. He worked at the Springdale Variety Store across the street when I lived on Bolivar Street. So
Yep,
I'd go there on Sunday mornings. He was working the counter. He knew cars. That's why I knew what he knew about the taillight. He would talk about cars with me for 20 minutes. Like Hyundais.
Listen, he probably loved the Frankenbeast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
what I would.
Hey, I drove Tom's car the other day, and I was like, yeah. And it's like, listen, I drive the brand new version of what he's driving, and I was having fun in his car.
This is where it started.
First of all, I can't believe you got in that car.
Listen, that's
right in. Let's go.
It's so strong. The motor on that is so strong. I'm like, Tom, you got to restore this. Like, it's so worth it.
I told him to wrap it, put a wrap around it. Just get one of those wraps. But
I would love to see that thing restored because it really is a fantastic.
It's all there. Got all the
and it
pieces
has a lot of life in it. Yeah,
it does. It runs smooth. It's
Yes,
just
yes. He
it
can
just
restore
needs
it while he drives it. That's how strong it runs.
Yeah, you're right.
I wish I ran that 40.
Is that front wheel drive?
No.
It's rear wheel drive. Is it rear wheel drive?
Yeah,
Wow.
there's no weight in the rear end. So, I mean, I can almost get third gear out of it. I don't want to push it too hard, but second's easy.
What do you mean? I took it on the freeway all the way down to the drive-in.
Yeah, we were driving
with the
around.
top off.
Yep.
T-tops going? I love T-tops.
Hell yeah. My first car was red with T-tops, so I loved it.
No, it's funny. When Will came down, at the tops off, and the dude's so tall, he's outside the window. I swear to God, the dude, he's a big dude. Like, he's tall. He's and he's in my little car. I took him to Fairview, and all he had to do was just go like this, and he's like,
Tom, save your brakes and have him put his foot on the tire when you need to slow down.
I know.
Fred Flintstone.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Wow. That's like a big dog.
With the truck and the lighting, he would have been able to see John's shoe on the front yard coming. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And Lucky would have stopped if he saw anything.
He called in. Did he hit a basketball hoop? He backed into the netting around the corner, and he called in and said, "I hit a basketball hoop." And they're like, "Okay, just keep going." Ernie Jammers, he's like,
"Road, bye."
That's so. If he hit something, like let's say.
He tells on himself.
He would turn himself in. He absolutely would have called 911. Got out of the truck.
Absolutely. If he thought he had hurt anything at all, be it an animal on the side of the road.
Well, let's talk about that.
Wait a minute, and we all heard that. So
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I remember him saying basically like, and God forbid I hit an animal.
Yeah, an animal. Yeah. You're right. You're
Listen,
Like,
exactly
doesn't
right.
that show you his spirit right there?
If Lucky
Exactly.
saw a dog, he would stop and get the dog,
Oh my
especially
God,
in a storm.
totally.
He would do that.
Totally.
Whereas somebody else would take their dog of 6 years or 7 years and just give it away.
Well, Allie drove one down to the police station. Remember, she
Yeah,
found
she
it in the
found
snow.
one. Listen, they're all over the place. It's a problem we have. They're everywhere.
Stray dogs and kittens.
They're
Watch
everywhere.
out! Well, watch out for them, man. Fucking crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
So
Come on.
what's with this?
I know Terry's like, come on.
I mean,
Fucking stupid.
honestly, yeah.
So
It's
what's this?
insanity. So yes, my heart breaks for her for a million different reasons.
Right.
My heart breaks for her because, you know, she's got some health issues, right? And a lot the health issues that she
Take her
has
medical insurance away from her. I'm carrying.
are triggered by stress.
Yeah, you're right.
So there's things that I notice, like when I'm watching, you know, if I'm not there in person, obviously, then, you know, you notice things like, you know, how drawn the face is, the circles under the eyes, how tired she looks, how thin she looks, or whatever. And I gotta tell you, for a woman who should be down and out, literally hiding in a corner somewhere, sucking her thumb, feeling like the whole freaking, literally the whole state is just trying to ruin her life,
They
her
are.
actual life, by the system, not
Right.
by random people, but by the system. Most of us would be, yeah, sitting in a corner sucking our thumbs.
Yeah.
And that woman is out there.
Head out.
Smiling.
And listen, we don't know what she's like at home, you know. I'm sure it's probably tough, right?
No
How could it
sound.
not be? How do you?
But to walk out into the world and feel like that we all so all I could think of, right? So the whole favorite photos thing, that was the most beautiful thing. Amen to that tribute, right? But when she's like this, like, don't you feel it?
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
She's a good looking girl. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
she's a
she's a
beautiful
good,
young woman. She's a
she's a,
beautiful young woman. But to
yeah, she's
see her
beautiful.
day in and day out hold herself together,
Yeah.
and it definitely looks like she's probably taking care of her health because she's not letting this
Right.
take her out. She's just
No.
not.
No. I mean, you
And
look at like,
again, the health issues that she has are super stimulated by stress.
yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. But just picture like a famous actor like Alec Baldwin, right? He's under all this stress about this court case he has. The guy loses his shit in public all the time, right?
Yep.
Yelling at paparazzis, get out of the way, pulling his car away fast, no class. Like, I got money, I got all this stuff, get away from me. Now, his Karen with 100 times more pressure on her, and she
Yep.
walks out with a smile and dignity, stops, hugs people with the same kind of medical issues that she has, prays in a circle with her attorneys. You just don't see that, man. You
Yeah,
just don't.
and then you got people who are pissed off that she's, smiling, and it's like,
Fuck off, man. Fuck you.
like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Again, the
'Cause I
woman
would
was
never
walking with dignity.
I couldn't smile. I would find it very hard for me to walk in there and go, I know you're framing me. I know what you're doing. And I'm going to sit here and smile and talk to my parents.
She would not be able to do, but she wouldn't be able to. That strength is given to her
For a reason.
through people
Right.
and through the support, knowing that you know what I mean. Imagine going to every single one of those court dates without that, without everybody out there
No.
loving on her and all of that. Like,
Well,
that's
even
probably what gets her through, honestly,
and she knows she's innocent. And she's not going to fucking bend. And she knows about the Toomey report. She knows what she's told, but she can't say shit. And she knows in the bottom of her heart, I can do this. God wouldn't give me anything I couldn't handle. I can do this.
And she's absolutely there.
Yeah.
I mean, God love her, because man, that's a tough place to be.
A lot of respect for that. A lot of respect for that woman. A lot of respect for that woman. I keep on calling her a girl, but she's a woman. I apologize. Tons. I mean, I just
she's a badass woman, a hero to many women right now, probably, and men too, because again, when you're facing the state, like,
right,
the powerlessness that listen,
do you ever think She become an
Massachusetts acts like it has unlimited funds to waste
no,
on duck
right.
adventures and stuff.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm sure they have no problem throwing away billions of dollars trying to make her look like crap and trying
Right.
to lock her up in order to save face for the Mass State Police
Oh yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
all that effery that comes with it.
Right.
6
Do
days
you,
the guy gets.
do you think after this is all said and done, and maybe she has time to unwind, and after she's found innocent, just maybe she does a book tour or a speaking events or goes to colleges and talks to law students? Does she like pay it forward almost? Like, all right, I've all this experience that's happened to me. What good is it if I just keep it inside? Let me share the truth to colleges or professors or things like that. Like I could see her doing that. I don't know.
She could
Is that
be a great speaker for just the legal
is it,
departments of the
or is
police.
it too tragic, like too much on her to say I don't want to talk
So
about it?
so I mean, obviously she's much stronger than I would count myself as, right?
Right.
So but obviously I think at first she should take some time. I think that, I think that she'll be vindicated. And I think when that time comes, that obviously everybody will want to celebrate, of course, because it's just been such a long, I don't even know how long it's been now, honestly,
Right.
but she's been suffering since day one.
It happened in 22. We're going on 25. All
Right.
right. So
That's 2 years
3 years. 3 years.
for her.
Yeah.
2
And
for us.
listen,
Yeah.
this is,
We're going through it too.
she went from being an active step parent.
Right.
To nothing.
To no. To boom.
Oh, yeah, she was taking care of the kids.
You know who I
Helping
feel the
them.
most pain for is those kids. Those kids are going to be traumatized forever. They are never going to trust a single soul in their entire lives. Those kids' future is like
Cherry.
That's a tough. That's a tough one,
that.
man.
And
Yep.
that's the biggest tragedy of all of this is those poor kids.
Now is Peggy raising them now? Because One Meadows is still there. They haven't sold it or anything like that. I don't think.
Right.
I think they're still living there, and not that I care. I've seen Peggy at Shaw's supermarket. We've walked by each other. She doesn't know me because I played basketball with her husband and whatever, but I didn't know her. They never talked about her, so I just don't really understand some of the things and thought processes. But that's their world they live in, and they can do what they want. But you're right. Having both parents taken from you, and then a third one on top of that, at the age that they're at, is tragic.
Okay, but then but the worst offense of all, though, is convincing these kids that their reality, that the woman that's just been assisting to
Right.
raise them on one level or another is the murderer of their last stop. That is going to be way harder to recover from
Well, I
than
never thought about
losing any three of those parents. The mind effery that these kids are experiencing by being loved and doted on by the real murderers, for lack of a better term, is gonna mind f those kids far worse than the deaths, because
So
death happens.
this whole lie
Death
is
happens.
screwing them up so hard.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It's
Wow.
the
Right.
aftermath, everything that came after that.
Wow.
Having to believe that their stepmother is the perpetrator, having to choose whatever it is that John's family believes and then ride that out, and then being surrounded by support by the actual perpetrators, and then having to rely. Kids don't know who to
And they don't
trust and rely on.
and they don't forget either.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest injustices that we don't talk about.
They're
Is
never
that
going to trust a police department.
Nope.
They're
no,
never going to trust authority. They're not going to trust their own family. Stop.
fuck,
This
man.
mind effery is going to be the gift that keeps on giving for those two kids for the rest of their lives. I'm sorry.
And there's no one doing it because once they're getting to the
Oh,
age now, if when this goes down and the real killers are put away, they're gonna sit back in their room or whatever by themselves and go, "I can't believe that happened to me." And
I,
Their
how do you
whole
explain it?
world,
How do
their
you
whole
explain it
world
away?
is reverse.
Right.
I mean, listen, a lot of us just experienced that the past 4 years. Their whole but we're all going to recover from it, and we're all adults. These are kids. They don't have coping skills. They've already
No.
been through so much.
I hope they don't think that any of this
There's
is
a
their fault.
spiritual betrayal there of like, my parents are gone. Now John's gone. But
Aaron's gone.
again, the mental of never knowing who you can trust and not trust,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that won't
Oh,
leave.
that's fucked up. I
It
never
can
thought
be
of it that way.
managed, obviously, through therapy and lots of hard work. But again, and
I,
when the
oh,
younger you are,
yeah.
the more that gets instilled into the.
Well, yeah, because you're still developing your brain. I mean, especially boys, their frontal lobe system is. I mean, you make impulse decisions when you're younger and all that stuff. It's gonna be a lot of
24
work.
years old, 24 years old, Mike.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
made a lot.
if the brain is uninterrupted.
I made a lot of mistakes before I was 24.
That's correct.
I'm not shitting
Right?
you. I'm not shitting you. I made some stupid decisions, and you're right. And now I think about these children and losing all these people that loved them, and then having it unwound of the people you thought you trusted now lying to you is a fucking mind fuck.
Yes, it is. And like I said, it's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. You think those kids even know who right now, who to trust?
Oh, you think do you think they're actually thinking about it? They have to be.
How can they
Do you
not?
know? I don't.
Of course
I don't
they
know.
Their
are.
life. This is their life. They have to.
Yeah.
But even like
Listen,
Paul,
the
yeah,
kids were forced to grow up early already just by losing their own two parents.
Right.
yeah, right. I mean, I feel bad. Man, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, so Tom,
Wow.
back to your question. Sorry to drag that out about the
No,
kids.
that was
You
good.
guys know me.
That
You
was
know
good.
where my heart's at. And it's
No,
always with the kids
We,
first.
we don't pray enough for them. They
That's
need a lot
you're
of
right,
prayer.
Tom. Tom,
Yeah.
you're right, Tom. But here's the problem: we can't. We want to show our love and show our appreciation, and the battle's going to be huge. But there's no way to really get to them or talk to them
The
because
time
they're
will come.
All right, because they're closed off. They are literally closed off with walls all around them. Right?
They may watch this, Mike.
I don't
Listen,
know.
What
in
if they
years,
did? What if they did? How would that mess them up if they're watching us talk about them?
I would tell them I love him, man.
I would
love
say,
him.
I
Yeah.
would say, hey, when you guys are ready,
I love you,
there's
bro.
a whole nother group of people here that are willing to help love you, raise you, and see you through your
Yeah.
life.
Whatever you want to do, play hoops, throw a baseball,
Yes,
whatever the fuck.
Any sport you want to play, if there's there's someone you want to play
That's
with, give
right.
them a call.
That's
like
right.
football, baseball.
There are always people out there who are looking to assist kids in need. Always, me being one of them.
Yeah.
But Tom, to get back, and Mike
Sorry about that. That was good though.
no,
I
listen, when it gets to the kids, I
needed
get on a
that.
tangent.
They need to know that too.
I
Because
needed-
who's talking to the kids, right?
I need to hear that.
Those
I
two.
need to hear that. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
That was really good stuff.
But
Thank
I
you.
do think that Karen obviously will, so after, I'm sure everybody will celebrate. And then what's everyone going to do? They're all going to get that sigh of relief, right? Because it's been a 2-year breath holding at least. So, I think in my predictions that she'll probably take a little time to herself and then deal with suing everybody under the earth, which I hope that she does,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
I hope she.
Yeah.
Drops the hammer.
And listen, I can't stand people who are sue happy people, but listen, she should
Yep.
take the state for everything she can.
Everything.
I hope she
Yep.
owns it.
Yep.
And listen, I don't even want to move because I've thought about it. I'm like, oh, maybe we should, toss this house, move back to Canton, right? Yeah, I don't want to know what my town taxes are going to be at the end of this.
They're gonna do the school. Do you see that whole thing? They're going forward with it. It's gonna go.
Don't get me
I'm telling
started
you, it's
on
gonna
that.
go.
That's an entirely whole nother show, Tom.
Yep.
Don't even get me started.
Love it. Yep.
Oof. So, I mean, I do believe,
I fucking live there, man.
because Karen's a beautiful person. I think she'll probably get her finances in order. And then I do think at some point when she's ready, that if she isn't planning to do so already, that she should probably, consider sharing her strength on tour anywhere.
Right.
Sharing about the adversity that she's been through and had to pull through, and how important it is to have family and have village, because we're living in a society today where everybody's loyal to the current thing, the current person, the current this, the current that. So it would be nice to see, this is the greatest thing about the Reed family, isn't it? Who didn't love? So I bump into a woman over at the where is it where we all go use the ladies' room? And I was like the tour guide to the ladies' room for all the newcomers down at the standout. Where do we go? It's across the street. The
Registry of
registry.
Deeds. Yeah, registry of deeds.
I
I
don't
see a
know.
woman over there who has, Karen's dad on her shirt, and she was like, to the best father to us all. And listen,
Right.
God bless that family, showing every American right now how important it is to have family and a village.
Right.
We weren't designed to live all individualistic like that.
Right.
Right.
We were designed as a
Social
people
creatures.
to be
Right.
communal, right?
Right.
To
Yep.
care about one another. And when we stop doing that,
That's right.
the world isn't
point.
okay.
You're right.
Yeah, good point. That's a good point, man.
Right.
And-
So, you watch out for my kids. I watch out for your kids. We watch out for each other. It's the right thing to do. Like, you noticed my jump on this one. Before you guys came on, the first thing I said is, good morning, brothers and sisters.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Because we're all in this crap together. I know that sounds like a little political blah, but at the end of the day, we really are, right? We have is each other. We're
Right.
fighting against the system. This could be any single one of us. And how many of us have the family support in the village that Karen does?
Yeah.
Not too many. I don't.
Right.
I don't. My parents are gone.
Kinda
There were
gone.
periods of my life where my family didn't even know if I was alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
And you look back at it now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that family is amazing. Thank God. I mean, bless you. That of any family to choose,
They're a power
do
of
this to,
example.
this is the one that they didn't want to choose, that they really screwed up.
Oh.
That was their
man.
biggest problem.
Oh yeah.
Choosing this family. Wow.
I know. Yeah.
That whole family can teach this country a whole lot of lessons.
Yes.
Just her brothers. Her brothers are always there for her, no matter what.
If Nathan Reed came into my house and I didn't know him, he goes, "Listen, I can't tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna hurt some people, and we need to go now." And I would say to him, "Who's driving?" Right? That's kind of like what we would say, right? Kind of like the town.
Yes, exactly.
I'm fucking there, bro. What do you need? Let's go. That's how much I love that family, right?
No questions asked. Yep.
Well, let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
The village. You got to have a village.
And that being the town, the movie was in, right outside of Boston, Charlestown, and that's how they rolled. Those
Yep.
people in Charlestown had each other's backs, even though they were robbers, but they didn't, but the Reeds are completely different. I understand all that, but you're right. Who wouldn't love to have a father and mother and family like that to go home to? Nothing but love and hugs. Never question your innocence at all, ever question your innocence.
To never doubt.
Right?
No.
And never doubt, right? Inviting a Vanity Fair reporter to come spend 3 days with you without a lawyer.
No question. Yeah. No question off the table. Like, that's pretty big.
It's fucked up, man. It's like, how can they even prosecute this case?
She's got nothing to hide. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
I truly believe. Hey, but I'll tell you, there's a lot of people who do have something to hide.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. You're right. And those are the people that are trying to put it away.
I have a good question for you guys.
What's up?
So I try to look at this like, okay, so if me and my village were all connected to this scandal, to what lengths do you go to protect your children and your family?
All the way. All the way.
How would you not? And you're all in. You're not in.
So do you guys ever sit down and think like, okay, so this is what the McAlberts are experiencing right now. They're fighting like hell.
Trying to
protect what's theirs.
Yeah.
And they're losing it because they're all getting divorced and moving.
I don't know anything about that stuff, but I would imagine there's so much tension.
The depth of sadness and the ripple effect.
Right.
That it's the tentacles have reached all the way out to everybody that knew these people in the entire town of Canton.
Right.
They all stood behind him. Now they're all wrong. Now they all get egg on their face. What's going to happen then? How are they going to go out and see their neighbor who they wouldn't talk to because they were convinced that Karen was guilty when they find out that's all a lie?
Yeah.
This has all been a big lie. It's a conspiracy.
Right.
What's going to happen then? How many fights are going to be then? How is the world going to look then? I'll tell you, I'm still not going to talk to the other side. That's a given. But I mean,
Look at
I'll
Carol. Look at poor Carol.
I can't. She's no. That's a no. Again, unattainable.
Oh,
Unattainable. You cannot win.
I physically feel that
Yeah.
for her. Like it hits me, right? But Mike, I think you said it in the beginning, like that whole empath thing. It's tough, right?
It's the
Because
worst.
it's a physical weight
It hurts.
pressure.
Hurts.
It's physically painful.
Right.
And that's how I feel when I hugged Carol. I'm like, oh God, let me just absorb some of her pain and pull it out of her because it's
Right.
just
Yep.
Sucks.
again,
It-
it's all about
yeah.
the kids for me, you know,
Yeah.
adults or not adults.
And she goes out of her way to do the
Carol
nice
is
things. Of all people, it shouldn't happen to. Again, happens to the. Again, God gives you what you can handle. God has a lot of in that lady. I tell you that.
I believe that. I believe that a lot. Yeah.
So
and listen, my heart goes out to the elders of the town too, who were the parents of the generation of,
Yep.
so like for example, right? I feel bad for the elders who watched all these McAlberts grow up and all of that stuff. Because can you imagine?
No, I mean it's a hard thing
Like,
to see.
hey, my kids played with those kids. I can't possibly imagine that they would commit such a horrible.
Right.
I sat next to them during the entire season. You get to know who they are. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
Imagine if your daughter goes out with Colin.
Nope.
Right. She brings him home. Hey, Dad, Mom, this is
Peter
Colin.
Murphy. Look at Peter Murphy. This is not my place
Google
to happen. Peter Murphy.
Mike, this is why I put my kids in out of town sports. So that's a good part of the reason why myself and a couple of other moms that raised our families there, you know, like I kind of consider to be saved by a grace a little bit there because I have kids that grew up with all those kids, and had they participated in town sports and had I been a drunk,
right,
that would have been my social group, my social group, and my kids' social group. You know, my kids knew all those kids.
That's fucked up. That's so well. It's good for you that
so for us parents who weren't drinkers,
right.
We feel like we dodged a bullet in a huge way, Mike. Huge.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Woo! Never be so grateful to be the black sheep in the world as I am these past few years.
Right. Full circle.
I should say.
Full circle right there.
Yes.
Yeah. I never thought of it that way. You know.
Oh yes. So I know Tom remembers because Tom and I had these conversations like a long time ago. And I used to say to him all the time, like, just follow the rosters.
Yep.
All you have to
we did.
Like when everyone's wondering, like, why are these people all you gotta listen in a town like that, it's all about their sports. All you gotta do is go look at the sports rosters, and all of those kids are raised together. It's a small town. They do all of their team dinners, all of that crap, and the parents are all blasted. You know, having liquid dinners, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, right? So it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like following the Patriots and doing the tailgating thing, right?
Well, yeah.
Except for it's more like the Oakland Raiders before they moved to Vegas.
I knew someone that went to an
Because I don't know
game.
if you know, but before I moved back to Massachusetts, me and the kids were living right outside of Oakland, and my when I worked for a trucking company, the building was right across the street from the stadium.
Oh my God.
Which is actually not far from where, you know, Lacey was found, unfortunately. Wow. But those fans were the craziest. I mean, we're talking, I heard that. They were tailgating 2-3 days in advance, and it was nuts. And I'm like, it's not far off of how Canton is.
I knew someone that went to an Oakland away game. They're a Pats fan. They were afraid to put the Patriots gear on. They didn't wear it the inside. They took it off.
So my boss at that trucking company, he used to say, he's like, listen, he's like, you know, he's a family man and he's a season ticket holder, and he was devastated to see how how bad the fans had gotten. He's like, I don't want to take my kids anymore. It's not a family environment anymore, which is, and that sucks because when you have like a whole family of season tickets that,
Right.
But, oh, Castro Valley, shut up. Hayward.
Small world, didn't it?
Oakland, huh?
I went to church in Livermore. Yeah, the Bay Area's nuts. I would not want to be there now. Woo. Things have changed thanks to Nancy.
Wow.
Yeah. The clicking kit and that we'll call it the click, the McAlberts. It's generational. So they were taught to be that. They were taught to be that way by their parents, and their parents were taught to be way by their parents.
That's right.
So it's like,
are you saying that the sports are where the clicks start?
Probably.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yep. If you were friends in high school together, like a lot of them were, they all graduated within the first 5 years of each other. Somewhere along the line, they're going to be playing a game before your game, after your game, or on the same team. You're going to see each other, right? Am I right? I mean, that's how it rolled with us. I don't know, but just,
you played sports at older, right?
Oh yeah.
What would you say if some of the people that are witnesses all play like hockey together? What would you say about that? Older gentlemen all play hockey together, all in the same locker room.
They're good friends.
Just checking.
They're good friends. They're good friends. Yep.
And then don't forget, you got the fire department and the police department matching up in hockey and da-da-da.
Oh yeah. Oh yep. Oh man, we're going deep today, man. Oh Jesus!
Don't get me started on whether or not Canton wants the ability for its citizens to protect itself, because I got a good story. We could do a whole live on that someday too.
Wait a minute.
Listen, Mike, I never put the 2 and 2 together until this case came out. Why it was that they love to put restrictions on LTCs before needing a reason, and we can do a whole freaking show on that.
Because they don't want to get shot when they get caught with their wife.
They don't want their citizens armed, period.
Yep.
They want to make sure that they're the only intimidators in town.
If you have a strong personality, you're not getting one.
No way.
Yep.
If you're not the
okay, no, makes sense. It makes sense. Makes sense. Berkowitz was a fucking motherfucker.
And listen, I was in Tommy's club range.
I don't. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't. I'm not.
So there's a lot of little weird. I know a lot of little weird tidbits, but in the very beginning, and I tried to share some of this with some creators, and they just didn't. Their administrators were just like they could give two shits what I have to say, which is fine. I was like, okay,
all right.
I will say this. I am personal friends of the family of Lucky and his children.
Oh, that's good.
And his wife when she was alive.
Yep, she passed away. I remember that whole thing. I remember that whole thing when we went through it.
Yep. And and not that I feel comfortable with this, but I remember when I did talk to him one time, and I was like, "Who do you have speaking on your behalf for you and the family?" And he's like, "Nobody." And I'm like,
"What?"
He's like, "You could do it," and I'm like, So I do check on them and stuff like that. I don't want to.
Yep. I get it.
Yeah.
I see them around town, right?
And we're supposed to hook up when this was all over, and then the mistrial, and then so now I'm right back in that place again where it's like I don't want to bug him, I don't want to bug the kids, but I do check on them because
he's gonna be a witness again. Obviously, he's gonna be called again if it gets that far. But whatever. When I drive around town,
it's one of the only viable witnesses that they have. How could they not take him more seriously? Was that not a total slap in the face, that whole thing?
What about Barrows? Officer Barrows.
Barrows is huge. I've seen Lucky on the sidewalk when I'm going somewhere in the morning. He's emptying a garbage bin on the sidewalk in the public street, and he's fucking loving it.
Yeah.
Smiling. I walk up to him. I wave out of my car. Waves right back at me. Mikey, what's up, buddy? I just wave to him. He's just wrapping up the thing. Like he doesn't get he just does what he does. Like, and he's probably one of the truest persons. If you ask him for an opinion, he'd tell you. If you say, "Hey, is that car good looking? What do you think about that color?" Nah, I don't know if I'd go that way. He just loved that kind of shit, man. He never lied that I knew of. I mean, and he talked about cars forever.
He spends his every spare moments since she's been gone out in nature to reconnect with her.
Oh,
awesome. If that's working for him,
yeah.
Right? If that of all people who needs a break and needs something to go right, that poor guy. Right.
Well, to your point, like, okay, his Lucky, who was just a witness and possibly even going to be pinned on.
Mike, he was
what do you
just
do?
doing his job.
Right. What do you do if you're Karen in the Reeds? How do you get back to normal, or is it never going to be a normal again?
I don't think I don't see a normal.
Yep.
Too many things
right.
wrong.
You're always going to be Karen Reed. I'm just saying, how do you get back from this? You don't.
Listen, I have a question.
I hope he packs up.
I
hope when this is over that Karen packs up her life, packs up her family, and
they all go.
And they all go.
All go. Not
because
one.
I
all.
would never, ever, ever feel safe in the state of Massachusetts. Not like I feel safe here now as myself.
Yeah.
Quite frankly. But I didn't have to have a Karen Reed situation happen to me in order for me to know that about my state. Unfortunately, I already kind of knew that about my state. So, but here's the other thing. Hey, Mike, you ever go sit up at the Stoughton courthouse? See, I have to do these things with my clients from time to time. You ever go sit up at the Stoughton courthouse and see the kind of what goes on in there?
I've been arrested 3 times. I've been in there. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Naughty ass.
Walking down the street. Boy. Walking down the street, Kerry.
I got stories for you, just so you know.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting in there. Anything that comes into that courthouse from the town of Canton, it's never somebody who lives there. And it seems to always be like something stupid, like parking violation, driving violation, towing, this, that, DUI, whatever, boo, 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 boo. But it seems to almost never be a citizen of Canton.
I was an outsider. I was an outsider, so yeah.
You are an outsider because I'll tell you right. So, Tom, if you were a citizen of Canton and something happened, you would get sent home.
Yep.
If that makes any sense, right? You'd get like a little follow home, right? So remember back in the days when the cops would pull over a pretty chick, they would just say, "Keep driving, and I'll follow your taillights or whatever."
Yeah.
That's the kind of help you get when you're a town resident, okay? But if you're an out of towner, you're
in the back of the car.
Yeah. Different.
Yeah. Or maybe somewhere else in the front seat of the car. I don't know. That's I don't know. Who knows?
Mike, were you living in Canton when they were trying to build a treatment center on 138 and the town was freaking out? We don't want that riffraff. We don't want that riffraff of a treatment center. And it's like, oh, okay, but you got Judge Rottenberg up there. All right, I see you. Judge Rottenberg is the only facility in the entire United States where they can discipline through electroshock therapy.
Oh, God.
Must work.
In the United States?
Yes.
Holy shit. So I've been in Canton for 11 years now. So I don't know if that's the same timeline.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
yeah.
so
so around that timeline, right? I'm doing interventions and I'm talking with residents of Canton.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yes. So when they were looking to pass that to see if they could put a treatment center of some kind, be it a detox or an outpatient or whatever, up there on 138 by the Judge Rottenberg Center. So like in that area, right? And the citizens were freaking out and they were like, we don't want that riffraff around. And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah.
You produce it.
And again, my work is confidential. So it's like,
yeah, I understand.
So you don't think we have a problem, but so my attitude towards it was like, okay, go ahead and drive your kids' cigarettes all the way out to Worcester then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we have Narcan now at the parks.
I got kicked out of the Canton Town group for that.
What? I'm glad you live in Stoughton, but we have Narcan at the parks. There's Narcan containers at parks now.
Yeah. And then I was on the Canton when my kids were younger. I was on the Canton Youth Commission because of the work I did. Somebody had recommended and thought it would be great for me to get involved with the youth commissions so that these kids could get help early on rather than waiting until they spiral out of control. Plus, at the time, there was only a small handful of gay and lesbian children in the town, right? And my daughter happens to be friends with them all. So, and they didn't necessarily have somebody safe to talk to about that kind of stuff. And when the kids are that age, you don't want them to seek comfort through chemicals, right? So
Right.
you want to make sure that when they're in that place that they have a trusted adult to talk to. So, people would, the parents who felt comfortable with me, which were anybody that knew me at the time, would send their kids to me to have those talks so that they were being safe and
God bless you.
had
That's
someone
awesome.
to talk to and stuff like
Yeah.
that
Good.
about all that stuff. And then, through the Karen Reed stuff, I pop on one day to the Canton page and somebody has a difference of opinion of me. And you know what they called me? Mike, are you ready for this? I know Tom already knows this story, but Mike, they were like, aren't you the lady that tries to detransition kids and stuff? And I'm like, oh, okay. All right.
Wow.
So listen,
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so my time on the Canton Youth Commission, it was me and I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but it's because I knew a family of during my kids' athletic years that were named Como, and that's how we pronounced it. So I know the Comos. How do they pronounce it? Como?
Come
What's the
on.
difference?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. So at the time that I was on the Canton Youth Commission, I was on there with Jeremy, and we were the only people that were looking out for the kids,
Right.
if that makes any sense, because the rest of the people on the Canton Youth Commission were like, 60-year-old men wondering about their kids' college funds, and their kids are kindergartners. I'm like, your kids aren't going to make it through the high school.
Right.
Oh God.
So listen,
Wow.
I have a
Fucking out
question.
of touch. Out
This-
of touch.
This is my
Yeah.
question. Okay.
Yeah.
If Karen shows up to the scene and there's John, right? She's hysterical. And the cops come. If she said that she hit him, well, did they smell alcohol in her breath? Because if she was drunk when they were talking to her, they would have arrested her.
Right.
Did that
Right.
happen?
Listen, they let the
No.
supposed murderer leave the scene. They let
Go
the
home.
murder
Come back
vehicle
later.
let the stop.
Drive back with your car. Oh,
Right.
when you come back, can you bring your car with you, by the way?
It's fucked up, man.
There's no
The
way.
whole-
There's no
I
way
know.
she was drunk in any way, shape, manner, or form. No way. They would have
No.
arrested her on the spot, Mike. Boom,
No.
go.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Amy, Canton breeds addicts, alcoholics, but it's all about how people perceive the town. Too good for a detox. You're right. So they'll go to Westboro, out in Western Mass, to drop off a cigarette. Come on.
See?
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Amy
What
knows.
the? I don't know this shit. This
Listen,
is
your
that-
options around here, Mike, are like,
Yeah.
High Point, Brockton,
Yep.
right? And, Canton people think that their kids are too good for that.
Okay.
Good enough to put,
Yeah, but it's a detox.
hardware in their arms.
That's what it is. You go to get the stuff out of you. It doesn't matter where you are. Get the
Is it
junk out.
more?
Clean my
Is it
system.
more? Is it more opiates than it is alcohol now?
Absolutely.
Really?
100%. Because they're starting in their parents' medicine cabinets. So the difference between a town like Canton and a place like
What?
Brockton or whatever is, you'll notice that young kids in Brockton are smoking pot.
Right.
Do you want to know what young kids in Canton are doing?
Drinking.
Popping pills.
Yeah, they're doing the pills instead.
What the fuck?
The high money stuff.
Right.
So what do you think's happening when those kids don't have access anymore to mom and dad's pain pills?
Yeah, they go buy
Buy
it.
them or going to the H, going to heroin.
So this is when we get to educate people about the misconception of towns in better financial standing. so socioeconomically, right? When people think that, people who have a couple bucks and some stability, they think that drug problems don't happen to those families. It's actually
The
more
opposite.
expensive drugs.
Yeah.
It's budget, right? So
Right. Yep.
if you're growing up broke, you're probably just smoking pot.
Right. Whatever you can get your hands on. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Right.
Who can
But
spend 80 bucks on a
if
pill?
you're too good for that, you might have a mommy or daddy's little helper in the closet there, right?
Jesus Christ.
What do you
Yeah.
Oh.
It happens, I'm sure. Oof. Man.
And Mike, don't forget, GABA is GABA.
I don't
Opiates and
know.
alcohol are both absorbed into GABA receptors.
Okay. All right. You know more about this than I do. Yeah. That's amazing stuff. I didn't realize the wealth of the town would dictate what they would do to abuse drugs. But also, obviously, alcohol. I drank alcohol in high school. We had keg parties, all that shit.
Yeah.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Opiate addict is parked in a vehicle, an SUV, on the side of the road. You know where York Street is.
Yep.
It's on a side street off of York Street. What happens is that person nods off
Okay.
because he was only putting his foot on the brake. So when he nods off and his foot starts to relax, now the vehicle's going out onto York Street.
Holy shit.
An ambulance goes to assist. What happened
They
after
knocked
that?
him.
What do you think happened?
Narcaned him.
Drove
No?
away. He drove away.
don't-
They let him
They
drive
followed-
away. Tell me they let
I
him
don't
drive
know.
away. No, it's
What
a must.
happened?
It's a
What
must.
happened?
If you get Narcan, it's a must take that you cannot. That no question. If they let him drive away,
They woke him up and called his dad and sent him home.
oh my
Oh,
god, no
geez.
way. You can't.
So they were needless.
Okay, ready? I bump into one of the old teachers up at the Canton High School, but I bump into her down at the middle school. And I'm like, what's up? How's it up? How's it up at the high school? Boop, boop, boop. She left. What do you mean you left? She said, Carrie Ann, when you're sitting with a family and their daughter, it looks like they're getting ready to overdose, and the family refuses to take her to the hospital, you know you're no longer having an impact.
Wow.
So she left the high school.
Holy shit, man. Yeah.
So
this
let
is
me just
stuff
say, and I'm
never
sure
knew.
this isn't for everybody, right? I'm not saying
Right.
the entire town of Canton is like this. I know some unbelievable, fantastic people,
Right.
right? But they're not wrapped up in any of this kind of stuff. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I've always believed that they would rather lose their children or put their children at consistent risk than, God forbid, have their name
That stigma.
associated.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. No.
And it's
All right.
like,
Oh.
listen, you can shame that now, or you can have that in their obituary. It's up to you.
Holy shit.
No, man.
Wow.
Dennis Sweeney, listen real quick. Dennis Sweeney, who's an absolute rock star, him and his wife are wonderful people. They are there all the time. They are hands down examples of how to support Karen Reed.
And they live in Canton.
I don't know. I think
They live in Canton.
Yep.
Yay.
So, Legacy Play Standout Sunday 10 to 12. Let's make it the biggest. Karen needs us now more than ever. Together we can conquer. No negativity allowed. It's about caring. Nothing else matters. So yes, he's absolutely correct. It's about Karen and her getting railroaded by the system. And you know what can we do to help her, right? You know, without hurting her and without, I mean, there's stuff that we can't even talk about because it'll jeopardize the case. You can't.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you do to help? The best you can do is just donate money, right? That's the best thing you can do because she needs a whole slew of specialists now, different specialists, because Crash Daddy wasn't good enough. I mean, how? I don't know, but I mean, again, don't want to even think about the position that poor lady is in. I can't fathom it. They're just from all different sides. How does she relax? Like, I don't see it's.
Well, that picture yesterday that someone posted.
I don't
that
think
picture,
she probably doesn't.
that picture of them hugging before the announcement of the trial, the verdict, and all hugging each other in a circle, speaks volumes about who she is, what she's thinking, and what they're thinking as well, right?
Yeah.
They're all on it together. They work together. Karen's a smart. She's like a legal aid to them. She wasn't just sitting in the back twiddling her thumb. She knew exactly what the question and what the answer should have been. Things like that. You can see the reaction on her face. You know what I mean? Just to me speaks volumes. She's in a good place. The best place I get. She's probably in the best place that she could be. Right, going through this as you possibly. Because I don't know, man. You look at people that go into court for murder. They're in cuffs and orange, and they're just like, "Yep, I'm going away for 10 years."
Chosen,
right.
Divine.
Right.
Yep. I think she absolutely is. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Divine.
She's done a lot of good. She's done a lot of good in her life to get this, man. I tell you that, man. I believe in karma. I do. And whatever she did for those kids, whatever she did for John, whatever she did for John's father, his father, loved her.
The brother, she got him out of jail. Remember, she bailed him out. She went and got him out.
Yep. You know what?
Didn't she?
And she doesn't talk about that. She doesn't bring that up. We do. We think.
Wasn't she letting Kyle keep his car in her garage for free?
Listen, it just speaks to her character.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Sue,
no.
Absolutely. We can do something with that. Anything we can do to raise money for Karen. Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, Sue, that is so cool. I'm just now looking at the chat.
Yeah. All right, man.
I want to say hi to Trisha because I saw she popped on there.
Yep. Morning, Trish.
That's why I went like this.
All right. Cool. But I've been thinking about Karen a lot lately, and there's so many good pictures that I have from being at a standout, or Tom Muddy caught, or someone else posted, and I'm just like, look at this woman, and like look how like strong she is. Look how she never ever has an angry face. Always trying to smile, hugging people with the same kind of.
I would be a bitter, rip roaring, angry, soul broken.
Right. Walk into my limo, get me the fuck out of here.
It would have been the straw that broke my mental camelback.
And she goes to these standouts and hugs everybody and talks to everybody. And you can see her soul is not an angry soul. So she's not angry. Right. She can't be violent. So again, Kerry, could you make Skip look like John looked with your height against his height? Just that height difference. Forget the weight difference.
Yeah.
Like it just cannot happen.
No, he was beating the house, man. We all know that. The blow was on the floor because you can't hide the fact the blow was never on the grass, and then it ended up on top of the snow.
On top of the snow, right? How does blood get on top of the snow? He
Tom,
gets on the grass.
Winter's coming.
Mm-hmm.
If we could get you and Mike, I'll have Skip grab some cones.
Yep.
My street, you don't drive down my street unless you live here.
Right.
Right. Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, no doubt.
Let's do it.
Let's see if I can knock Skip over with the back of my truck.
Let's pour.
Listen, I can drive it reverse 24 miles.
Listen, we can fill my dummy with
sand. She's got a mannequin. It's a mannequin, Mike.
We could fill that with sand, or we could take a boxing bag and fill it with sand and see what we can do with my truck.
Yeah.
Because I am not afraid to drive backwards at many miles an hour.
Especially in that thing.
But why blame it on Karen? What did she do to them? The plow story was viable.
In the group.
Yeah, but there's got to be more. There's got to be something else that they have against her. Because
personal opinion, I'll give you that.
But wait.
Personal opinion, she knew shit.
What
do you mean? She was John's girlfriend. She knew shit.
They
have to eliminate her.
How does the guy across the street not give his video? What do they have over that guy's head? Right? All these people against this Karen? There's no way. I don't see what does Lank have against her? Does Lank even know her?
I don't know.
You know, like what does the medical examiner like? How all these people did a favor, did a solid for somebody. and we're trying to put it together, and it doesn't fit.
Nope. Read that article that Turtle Boy wrote. I'm telling you, he reverse engineered it, and you're just like, holy shit. There would have been so much luck involved, like the timing. I mean, it's just impossible to do. Impossible to do. And you know, I've never thought of it for a second, but yeah.
Yep. Bingo.
Yeah, they want to save him.
And the minute they put it on her, I'll jump on board. What?
What's the matter?
I just saw Trisha's.
I don't.
Can someone highlight that? Can the mods put that up? That's effing wild. I'm dead. She's just jealous because she wants to do it too.
No.
Same person.
We can raffle it off.
We might need.
Skip, so she probably wants to run his ass over too.
We'll take any husband that's reasonably 6'2" that can show up that day.
Poor guy.
I actually want to pour 2.5 liters of blood on grass and see what kind of stain that leaves too.
Yeah.
I want to see what blood that is, right?
Mike, we could probably get pig's blood.
All right, so we could get supplies. That's easy.
Yeah. Right. I still can't get over where the clothes and chain of custody, how they were in practice,
Mike,
for that long, and they didn't go.
A friend of mine has a son who's 6'2". She gave me a shirt that he had, gave me pants that he had, jeans like John had, and a hoodie sweat like John was wearing. I have a baseball cap, and I have size 13 shoes. Good
citizen is on. Good citizen is. That's exactly correct.
Yeah, she's smart. She's running the money all the time.
So Karen, because listen, if they can get rid of Karen and John, that's a twofer, right?
Yeah.
You think it's tied to the sex crimes?
Do I what?
John, you think John was the whole thing was tied up with the sex crimes where he worked?
Absolutely.
You do? All right. I never put that together. I just okay.
Yep. I think
I didn't know that. Yep. I knew he put bracelets on people's ankles and tracked them 5 days a week, didn't work weekend.
I think he went to D&E to confront him and to tell him the gig's up.
Okay.
And they went and invited him to the waterfall, right? To pressure him to stop. That's what they did, and he wasn't gonna. They were friendly, inviting him in. Hey, you're not gonna like talk about the sex stuff, right? John, you wouldn't do that to us, right? So they were friendly, being friendly to him. John went and told Chris, listen, I know about X, Y, and Z. Chris told everybody else. That's why Chris was like, don't do it here, don't do it here, don't do it here, get outside. That's why Jen McKay was so nice.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah. They were trying to keep him from, I think from reporting it.
You think it has to go back to Birchmore? Or other crimes in the city with Brian? Or
we know it does. We know it does, Mike.
Yes, right. He knew what was up. He knew what was up.
So Kevin Albert, Brian Albert, he had maybe okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
He knew what was up with Birchmore, in my opinion.
Yep.
And obviously, we're talking John and Karen lived together. So I am sure that as the live-in spouse and woman taking care of his
niece and nephew
family.
Correct.
Right.
That I'm sure that he shared a lot of his work information, right? It's kind of like, when us women always say, oh, the husband has a free pass, right? Like you just assume that your spouse knows a lot, right? About what you do.
Right.
So I'd be willing to believe that,
Thank you.
It needed to be a twofer because Karen needed to kind of be eliminated as well. Minimally, at least made to look crazy. Minimally.
Gotcha.
Right. And that had to be a plan ahead of time.
Now, here's the other thing. I don't know if they knew that John was on to them before or after, or, did they see something on his phone that gave them the heads up? That's
what I was thinking. Right. Yeah.
Bingo.
His phone.
Give me your
Where
phone.
is this? Where? Because you know what? His phone was able to get into his Ring camera, and the footage is gone. So someone had his phone and got into the Ring camera.
And I have Ring cameras, and I know how those things work.
On the phone, right? Yeah,
Yep.
right. So,
Yep.
so again, reverse engineer Karen's diabolical way to get away with murder. Okay, come on. When did she have his phone and delete the times that she was like,
Yep.
what the fuck, man? Like, Jesus Christ. I think round 2 is going to be so easy. I think
Yep.
Hank Brennan he's a smart guy, right? He's smarter than I. He's got to be able to see this. And he must have reverse engineered it. This is what has to happen in order for Karen to be guilty, right? These 15 things have to happen. No fucking way.
I wonder if Karen knew, if John knew who was going to be at that house when he got there.
I don't know.
Did he know Brian and Brian were going to be there? Who they say
Well,
he didn't really know him? He's going to walk into a stranger's house, guy. You're going to walk into a stranger's house? You're going to walk into a house you've never been in? Never.
When you get
party, right?
If you look at the Waterfall Bar and Grill videotape, they're egging each other on. They're egging each other on. But Brian's going to come on, and John's like, let's fucking go. Maybe he saw those texts. Maybe he saw what Karen's phone was late. I don't know. Maybe Karen told. I don't know.
Did he want to fight? Did they want to fight and said, listen, you want to fight? We'll go here. Meet me here if you want to fight. We'll be here. They went downstairs and
it got ugly.
Yep.
And I heard that he was beating Colin. He was winning, and someone hit him with the barbell on the back of the head.
Yeah.
That's kind of the ongoing narrative, and that makes sense. But that's why all the blood was down there, not outside, not in his clothes. And how did Yuri Pekenik know they had throw up in his shorts at 10:30 in the morning?
You want to go back even further? What if John's partner knew about this and
told don't.
They work together.
I know the Sullivan twins. He was having a baby with one. He had a baby with one of them. I mean, it is connected. I know. Like I'm still fucked up about the whole sex thing with John knowing. It just blows my mind. Whatever. I don't know. All I know is this. I have a lot of empathy for Karen. I really do. The whole family. I'm just like strong, man. I get pumped about it. Like, wow, look at that. They can do it. So can I, or so can you if you really wanted to. If you have the support system, right? You could do it, right? Nothing's out of reach. You just gotta have the right mindset and the right family behind you, and you just go.
There's the beauty of adversity and being able to confront adversity and how it is infectious, right? So Karen's attitude towards this is infectious to anybody else who is facing troubles that seem so big that they don't think they could ever get through it.
That's why you have hundreds of people standing out for her, because they feed off of her energy. They feed off of her attitude. They feed off of her not willing to back down, because every woman in some time, a man in their life has something they didn't want to do and they didn't do it. They wish they had, or didn't follow through with something they wish they had. Well, Karen's doing that in their mind. Like, you know what? I'm behind her because I believe in her. She's innocent, and I'm not going to let somebody get trampled over. I'm going to cheer her on. I'm going to donate. I'm going to go to standouts. I'm going to say good things about her. I'm going to pray for her. It's a lot of positive vibes, man. And that's who I want to be around, because I want to be around like-minded people, because if I hang around with idiots, I'm going to turn into an idiot. If I hang around with smart people, I'm going to keep getting smarter, right?
Don't you think that there's a psychological reason why each one of us is there?
Right.
Why are we so drawn to giving so much time, love, energy, support to a stranger?
Someone we don't even know.
A stranger, right?
Yeah, because some point in your life, you've had adversity, and maybe you didn't do the right thing.
And maybe you didn't have what it took to overcome it, or maybe you were quiet and you accepted less for yourself, right?
Right.
Yep.
So let's talk about it. How did we all know that she was innocent when they freaking overcharged her?
Right. To get her to plea.
Right. Yeah, take the plea.
Cut the crap. We all know that trick. Aim high and hope she takes something in the middle.
Lucky would have.
Didn't do it. And she didn't do it.
Stood her
They
ground.
didn't think she was going to fight back. They thought she was going to take her few months and be done with it.
Because she was an outsider. They didn't know
She would
her.
have already been done. She would have already been done and outright.
Correct.
Cut the
You're
crap.
absolutely right.
This
Yep.
would already have been behind her.
Gone.
She
Yep.
didn't have to fight this. This would have been behind her. And it and it's so
Mhm.
she would have already been out. Mike,
I know.
she would have already been out.
I
Cut
know.
the
I
crap.
know.
And she's still
I know. I know. That's why
And
I'm
she's
so
out
drawn
there
to it.
fighting her ass off to keep her name clear.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even met her.
Spending ridiculous money.
Oh, they have
for
to.
a woman who is independent, well educated, and has probably never had to ask for any kind of financial assistance ever.
My wife said to me one time,
she's self-supporting through her own contributions, Mike. You
Good
think
point.
it's easy for her to accept help from 3 million freaking strangers?
Yeah.
So my wife said to me,
too,
my wife is very, successful, smart, educated. She said to me one time, I didn't need you to help me. I needed you just to be with me.
Yeah.
Right? I don't need anything you have, Michael. I have it all. Right? I can do it myself, but I love you and I want to be with you. And I was just like this.
Amen to that.
We understand that, Mike, right? We get that. It's so simple. We understand it.
It rocked me. It rocked me because all my other relationships, I always did this for that person, did this for that person, and this is a person telling me, I don't need any of that. I have it all. I just want
you.
Just you.
Right.
Yep. Don't we all look for that?
We all need unconditional love without
strings.
Yeah.
She actually told right to my face, I don't need you. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't need me? She says, I have everything I need. She has a great family. I just choose to be with you because I love you. I'm like, confused.
You're like that's different, but okay.
That's why I love her. Like, okay, no one's ever said that to me before. Ever. It's like a mother's love almost. Like, they're like conditioned just to love you no matter what you have and what you do.
They see right over the flaws.
Right. And I kind of feel that way about Karen. Like, let's just go. You got this. Let's go. Here's the push you need up the hill. We're going to keep going, man. And we do it through this. We do it through money, standouts, other people, other commentators, mods. What I can't stand is when we start going like this for no reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
For shits and gigs, really. For shits and gigs, right? Just fucking, let's just go forward.
Shits and gigs, likes and clicks, blah, blah, blah. Let's just get back to love. Can we just get back to love?
Woodstock.
Loving on Karen. Loving on Karen's family.
Right.
Holidays are coming. We're going to go through this freaking trial all over again. This poor woman.
They're like the fucking Kennedys.
Hopefully they're not going to try to throw friggin' Aiden back in jail for his birthday. For Christ's sake.
God. I know. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
And he predicted that. He was like, I know they're going to try to put me in, take me away from my kids for my birthday and Christmas.
He did it. He did it.
Dirty. Can I make a comment about that, or is that totally off subject?
No.
I just want to say for the record.
Who are you talking about?
Aiden.
But I thought you were talking in the chat. I'm sorry.
For any person who's had 4 children, I want to say this real quick.
Right.
If you've had 4 children, you can miscarry on your own at home without anybody holding your hand. And there is certainly never a reason to wake up children in the middle of the night to threaten to go have a miscarriage in anyone's driveway.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's next level.
That's
not
okay.
Not okay. Not okay.
There are no words for the mental insanity.
Right.
Child abuse and neglect and effery that is. And as a woman, I denounce that.
Thank you.
Completely.
I do too. I don't know anybody that would do that. See, that's what I go back to. Surround myself with like-minded people that do the right thing, and you'll be that person.
Common sense.
Yep.
Common sense and basic humanity, Mike. That's all it takes.
Yeah, common sense is not so common though, right? Sometimes you just get caught up in your own little world and things happen. But
No,
that's crazy.
again,
And
it
then
comes for me if there's children involved.
oh yeah,
That's
So for an
different, whole different,
example,
yeah,
you know,
different
like,
level.
and I don't know any of these outside issues, boo, 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 because I don't care, right? But when I keep hearing these women are all they've all got DCF cases and all this wild stuff, and I'm like,
but
who's
wow,
listening to these people?
right,
Who's
right. They took the kids away.
and listen, and I'm an advocate for people who need help fighting back
Right
against the
to get the kids back.
tyranny of most DCF cases, right? So you'd think I'd
Right.
be on the other end of that? No, I'm sorry. I have 2 children that I birthed. None of my births were vaginal, and I would still have no problem staying in bed by myself. I know, Tom, you're probably going to throw up.
Pretty close. Already did, but go ahead.
Okay. No problem staying home in my own bed, Mike, to take a 3 series pill of morning after or X amount of that. If you've had children, you can handle a heavy period that it would take you. Stop it.
Okay.
As a
All
woman,
right.
I don't know how to say that to you enough. It's just a
Right.
heavy period.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that whole, how could you make me do this? Ew, it's just so manipulative. It's so, I just can't. It's like people who get pregnant on purpose. I can't wrap my head around that stuff. It's,
Yeah, but look at he was dealing with all that crazy and doing his show. How you that's a whole that's a
well,
super
he said it himself. He couldn't deal with living the double life anymore. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
and listen, I'm so glad that he came clean about that because
You're a better
you
person.
know, his track record ain't the greatest. Obviously, his picker is broken, and hopefully that's, you know, on the mend.
And then there's no
And
man.
listen,
There's,
Mike,
no.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging because God chose Skip for me. I didn't make that decision myself.
Yeah, but
Meredith was a complete upgrade, overhaul Lamborghini. Okay.
wait,
Completely.
hands down. But listen, there's no manual for this, right? There's no this is good. Like this is all new to all of us, right? And you add this and you add this and add a woman on top of it.
No,
Things
no,
can get crazy.
no, Tom, no.
Listen, without a woman, things are still crazy in my life. Without
I
No.
love having. I love having a woman. I
get it.
love having her
When
around
you
here.
are in
I love
Aiden's
it.
situation and you are still trying to, like, you know, chill on your wife's couch and be there with your kids and stuff like that. No, no,
I
no.
I
A
would.
hot mess woman who
I'd want to be with them all the time.
a
My
hot mess
kids.
woman with a whole hot mess attached to her is not somebody you get mixed up in when your basket's already full and you're on your ex-wife's couch or
Okay.
soon to be whatever. I'm just saying, pick
I'll
a
make
better person to fuck it up with.
I'll make a mental note of that one. What not to do.
What laughing at
There's
them?
no
I'm
room
laughing
in
about.
anybody's life to be dating each other if they have that much individual chaos. Nobody's benefiting anybody from that. No one's helping anybody.
That's true. You're
Agreed.
not bringing, no one bringing
You
positive
don't
energy into
have
that, right?
anything to offer to a man if you can't straighten your stuff out with your children.
Good point. Good point.
And
Point.
we attract what we put out there.
You're absolutely right.
Yep.
So I believe all of this ish with Aiden, you know, even though it was all planned to ruin his life, reputation, and otherwise, um, you know, I think that him looking at that as a gift, as a bottom out for him, for lack
Right.
of better terms,
Yep.
and the beauty that he can see that and try to make better choices today is him growing right in front of us. So we got to give him
Right.
kudos for that, you know.
Yeah, I
I
do.
know
I
not all
do.
of us appreciate the way Aiden goes about things, but
That's
That's
who he
how.
is.
That's him.
he does get shit
That's
done
him.
though. He
Yeah.
gets shit done.
He
Just
does.
needs to not be thinking with the wrong body part.
I think he's
Wrong.
all set now. I think he's good.
But he learned his lesson
We all have to. We all
the
do,
hard
right?
way.
He's
Yeah,
thinking
but
with
it's
his
hard to learn that
yeah.
publicly,
Yeah.
Tom. It's
He's
hard
a
to learn that
oh
lesson publicly. Cut it out.
it's,
The
he's a-
judgment that cut it out.
let me tell you, he's a better person today.
Yes.
He's
Of
a much
course.
better person. Listen, that's the path that's his path. And we don't know what path he's walking, right? We don't even know what's coming down the road. He
But
doesn't know
we're
what's coming
happy
up
he's on
against
this
him.
one.
Well, listen, trying to protect Karen. We got to protect him at the same time. I mean, he's given us the information, right? He broke the story.
Yeah.
So we got to protect him, not the other side.
Without him, either Lucky or Karen would be sitting in the shitter right now. So
Yep, hands down.
Yep. You're right, man.
you
You're
can't
right.
take that away from him. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
because I bought the whole WBZ Ring camera. We have it on film bullshit when it first came out. I really did. And I knew John. And I'm like, holy shit, no way. A month or two later, my wife hands me an article and goes, you got to read this. And then, boom. That's when I just went off.
He single-handedly did this.
Yes.
That one story he wrote destroyed the town of Canton, destroyed the DA's office, Proctor, Tully, Buchanan. We know all these people now because of what he wrote. So, yeah.
And Josh Levy.
Josh Levy, yes. We know
him.
Well, and then, keep in mind some of his previous work as well, which I wasn't, really aware of too much until.
Yeah, neither was I. Yeah.
Until,
I didn't know who he was.
The Karen case. But, he was seeking out, the destruction of corruption before then.
Oh, the Genduso state trooper there.
He's written about them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. And of course, the state police are definitely out to get him.
A judge's daughter, that heroin addict that got pulled over in the pike. Yeah.
What was her name?
Yeah. Yep. I forget that name, but
they tried to pressure him into changing his report. Didi Delgado, right? And just because of what she said, and the trooper wouldn't do it, and they fired him, right?
Or they moved him or something like that.
They get disciplined or something because he told the truth.
That was the good old boys club there. Hey, just change a couple sentences and we're good to go. No, I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
Because then once you cross that line, you can never go back.
Nope.
Right? You can never go back. It's like once you cheat on your wife, you've always cheated on your wife. You can never come back from that. Right? There's no coming back from that. Couldn't live with myself. Couldn't do it. You know what? There's no reason to do it. Right? So once you do that, there's no coming back, boys. You did it. It's over. It's on your mind. You're thinking about it. It's there. It could come back and haunt you. Someone could know about it. Right? Fuck off. Who wants that in their life?
Especially if their initials are LG.
Right. Who wants that in their head? And then I go to Karen and go, wow, different situation, but having that weight on your shoulders of knowing and not knowing and what's gonna happen next, and like this is corruption 101. But I have the best team, I have the best family, and I have the best supporters out there I could possibly have, and that's a winning formula, in my opinion. You know what else? We're exposing it in our own way. We're helping in our own way. We're getting bigger. We're gonna have some people that get in there and fuck around and find out, and then they're gone, right? We'll get people bigger and bigger, right? But you fuck around, you find out, man.
Well, there's been a lot of that going on lately, right? And it sucks because
yeah, some good people. Some good people.
My message right now, if I could, and again, like I'm just here shooting the shit with you guys because when my stuff kicks off, it's going to be a totally different topic. It's not true crime or anything like that. So the good news is nobody has to be worried or intimidated. And no, I don't make any money doing what I do, and I'm not worried about it. So
good.
But I think the most important thing is for us to all get refocused right now. And if there's a message I could give to any of the creators, it would be that, we down here on the real world in the ground, we need you guys to be solid right now. We need solid unity, and it needs to come from the top.
Yep.
So, for those of us who are down here not knowing what's going on in the world up there in the world of creators and all that stuff, I just want to let them other creators, because Tom, it's like, yes, you're a creator, but you're my friend also, right? Yep. Personally. So I've come to get to know you through this process, and you've never wavered towards me. You've never judged me. You've never done anything directly to hurt me or upset me. You know, like here's an example. Like when the popcorn thing comes around, I always get it from Paul because Paul was really nice to me the very first time I went down there. You were very nice to me the first time I went down there. So it's like those are the faces that I kind of remembered and stuck with, right?
Right.
And all of us down here in the real world, we need you guys to be solid AF right now
Yeah.
because we're all about to walk into a whole nother trial of this, and we need that back. We need that where we were last year around this time.
Yep.
We need that back. We need to remember that every single creator has something to offer. And if it's not done with dignity and respect and all of that, just
they'll
leave it
log off.
alone.
Yeah.
Step
Yeah,
away,
they'll-
please, and leave it
You
alone.
can just go to a different
Just step
video.
away.
Don't even waste your time on it. Just go
Please,
to a different
please,
video. You'll feel
because
better in the long run. I promise. You'll
there's
feel
just
better.
there's so much pain already going on down here. You know, we're a lot of people and we are trying to, you know, put like principles before personalities and try to keep Karen and John the focus here. And if we're getting sidetracked and attacking each other and doing all of that, we are not helping them at all. Let's not be McCabe's.
Right.
Yeah.
We're better than that.
Yeah.
I know we are. All the people
Yeah.
here right now are awesome.
You
Right.
be like
So,
Mike. You wanna
so
be-
Mike,
you wanna be
that
like Mike.
unconditional shit, the unconditional shit you were talking about earlier,
Yeah,
can we do that right now? Can we do that right now?
I can.
Because in the beginning, you know, none of us knew who we were politically affiliated or any of that stuff and boop, boop, boop. And it didn't matter.
No, it
Right.
didn't. It was
Okay.
about
Can we
Karen
go back
Reed
to that?
only. Yep. It was only
Huh?
about Karen Reed. Nothing else was important. This girl's getting railroaded for murder. Murder of a Boston police officer. By talking about anything else is disrespecting both of them. So you can't
Right.
be a supporter if you're over here adding to that nonsense. It does not help.
And if you're sitting there around taking everybody's inventory and screaming about it on freaking lives, what's going on there? And then you get people in the, you know, you're getting all the people down here in the chats and stuff like that all worked up, like this
Unnecessary.
one, and they're behaving and talking in ways that they might not when they're face to face. And just let's not take each other's inventory. It ain't about that.
No, we have we have a chance here to do something.
There's a love and a light through this movement, and we need to.
Yeah.
Shine bright.
That's
Shine
right.
bright.
Yep.
Shine bright, man.
Listen,
So-
love
'Cause we're-
always overcomes.
Hands
Yeah,
down.
because we're on stage, guys. People are watching us. And
We're
people
counting on you guys to hold it
Right,
together. Like
right,
if you guys,
right.
if you guys are the parents and we're the kids, we're waiting. We're following your lead, right?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
your attitude is infectious. So if you guys are going to be inventory taking assholes to each other,
Have fun.
Yeah.
all of us kids are going to go either jump on the board or we're going to go hide because
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
We come to you guys for information. We come to you guys for
Discussion.
encouragement,
Yeah. Yeah.
information, education,
Right.
and
Look-
we rely on it without doing our own research. So if we can't count on you guys,
Mike, look at what happened on Monday's show. We figured stuff out, right?
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
on the grass, he didn't have grass stains, no grass in the wounds. Like
Right.
the chat helped us. How
That's
does
right.
snow? How does blood get on top of the snow if he was
Right.
already laying down? The chat
Yep.
helped. So the people in chat are just as important as the people on the screen.
Yes. We're a team. We're a
Yes,
team, man.
all of you guys. That's how I see you guys.
Team Reed, man. We're Team Reed.
mm-hmm.
Because I believe it's just not Karen. It's the whole family.
Oh,
I don't want like Karen more than not, but we're Team Reed, man. We got to be there for them because they're like the JFK family. You know, they were big in, but they did some pretty bad things in their lifetime. But they're like I would think of the Reed family as something of an example. If you want to be like somebody and act like somebody, and I don't know what happens behind the stages. Families have their own business, but out front, to me, they're unstoppable.
Yeah.
I agree with
Unstoppable.
that. I
So-
agree with that.
If you want to yell something or say something, think about if Mr. and Mrs. Reed were next to you. Would you say the same thing in the same
Right.
tone, in the same
Right.
way? Just think if they were sitting right next to you or at the
Right.
same table. Think about it that way.
Yeah.
You know,
You know,
So,
if like, would you go to dinner with them? Would you go
yeah.
out and would they go to dinner with you?
Listen,
Would you use your
Right?
napkin, right? Would you be
I don't want to hang
respectful?
out with adults that are name calling as if they're in middle school, period.
Right. That's my
Making up
point.
nicknames for each other. Come
Right.
on.
It's toxic.
Yep.
Toxic.
Adolescent.
Again,
Right.
it doesn't go in the right direction. It takes us in a different direction.
It's just adolescent.
Yeah, we don't
Right.
need that. But,
Oh,
but again, we're better than that, right?
yeah. So, like, if you ever read the book The Art of War, if you ever read the book The Art of War, what I think they're trying to do is they're trying to just chop the head off the snake
That's
of our
right.
leader. Right? They're just trying to just chop the head off our snake and watch us just go in.
If anybody needs extra copies of that book, I have it.
It's a great book, yeah. And then know your enemies, man. Get in their head and know what they're going to do, but don't do anything about it. Just watch and wait. But if you want to take something out, you chop the head off the snake, and then you watch the body just squirm all over the place. No one has direction. Fortunately enough, we're smart enough to know we can do this together. And someone said earlier, Will or somebody, about doing a 24-hour stream. Yep. I'm down for that.
Yep.
All the creators get together.
Ooh.
Take 5 hours.
On stream, it all goes to Karen.
Right.
Yep.
Everything that
everything that gets raised at 24-hour goes to Karen.
Right.
Everyone donates their time.
Yep. We have Australia that can do a certain time in the mornings for us. Yep. We have all the people on the East
around
Coast,
the world,
West Coast. Baby. Yep. We just need a couple hours of your time, and we can kick it off, and we can do it.
Yeah, it's just like in certain fellowships, right? During certain times of the year, they have support that goes 24 hours a day. You know, so that no matter what your schedule is, right?
You can always go and get help.
Yeah,
there's someone always there for you.
Yeah,
that's gonna be an awesome time.
Ooh, somebody said 24 hours of justice. I love that.
Ooh, yeah.
And his name is Glenn Lake, so it makes me wonder if you live over off of York Street, or are you in Stoughton or Canton?
I'm telling you right now, though, Tom and I have the morning show, though. That's locked up, okay? Because I can't spend the whole night up, all right? So I just gotta let that out there.
No, but the point of it, though, is that anytime you need to hop on, it'll be there.
Right.
So, for example, like on Thanksgiving, everybody's going to different places and doing different things. And if they want their little gratitude meeting, you know, and they want to maybe leave a message and say hi to the Reeds on that day.
I remember when
the Reeds could run that through their house
all day long. Imagine having them sit around having dinner and just watching a YouTube channel and just watching all this love
dedicated to the love and support of Karen and her family for 24 hours straight.
You want to hear something? No, you ready for this? Karen does puzzles, okay? If we had like a 10,000 piece puzzle, right? And you put a camera up and she did the puzzle live, people would watch her do a puzzle. I swear to God. I don't know what it is, but you people like to watch me eat breakfast. I go and eat breakfast. You guys are with me. I go to the restaurant. You guys go with me. Like
I know.
The car. You guys go with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We like watching you drive. That's for sure.
I mean, I'm always on video. Like I'm always there. So
I don't know about a 10,000. That's a big fucking puzzle, man. I'd love to do 24 hours. That's a big puzzle, man.
Mike, people will tune in and watch her. I don't know why.
What, you just see hands going and puzzles?
They will watch her do a puzzle.
That's pretty cool.
Karen, if you're listening, I'll set it up for free. We'll get We'll go right into your defense fund. Bang.
I think we should auction
off the puzzle.
With Mr. Reed and his wife.
Oh my God! Yes.
The money I would pay to sit down with that beautiful couple.
Right.
And then what about a pay-per-view? You can ask some questions. But again, right? But again, right? We don't want to mess up the trial. We don't want to mess up what she's paying for. Imagine that, paying so much money for something and you make a comment and it blows out of the water. I don't want to be the one for that. No way.
No. We could literally we could make it so you can't stay off the topic of the case.
Right. Yeah, stay in our lane. Stay in our lane. And just if we do a 24-hour creator, whatever we're going to call it. I think that brings a lot of value. It brings us all together.
Yes.
It'll bring us together. Hey, you do this hours, you do those hours, do whatever topics you want. We'll have whatever guests you want on, get the chat involved, get random people to come on and talk about their experiences in life. You can do whatever you want, right? And just go with it.
I love that guy. If someone knows that guy, can they get in touch with him for me? Because he's great. He like that. That's who we need for that. He does a great job. Yep.
But we're talking like, let's just say there's 10 creators, right? We should just, so it's only a couple hours a day.
2 hours.
Laughing at? Yeah, 2 hours.
Amy,
she's reading the chat.
Amy.
Joe put the head. Yeah, Joe put the.
That's
yes.
where I'm at, Amy. That's where I'm at. I think
all
the creators should auction off a date with themselves and donate the entire proceeds to Karen.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make any money with me, so good luck.
I would take you to dinner, Tom.
All right, I'm a cheap date,
Or we could go over to their house and just do a live right from their kitchen.
No, people show up and cook breakfast. Remember the celebrities would show up at your door and cook you breakfast? There was a TV show about that. People just show up and they take over your house for the morning and they do breakfast. And they cook. You sit there and do it all.
Imagine if we just got the local content creators and we rented like a hall out and everybody just filtered in on their times and did 3 hours and the public could show up and
that's easy. I could do that.
Give me a VFW. Easy. Hit that. Boom. Done. Need a hardwire.
You can have lunch there. You can do raffles there. You could do.
Yep. Bring everything there in one place. Yep.
I'm with you. Idea. Interesting.
Even secret squirrel there. She's got a crap ton of good little suggestions I'm seeing popping up. If it's a she, I can't see. I'm blind as can be. So please.
But yeah, I mean, a virtual dinner. Anybody can come.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Like, sort of say it.
Put a fork to your mouth and stuff.
What were Tom and I saying the other day? Reed's at the round table.
Yep.
Oh my God.
She's got this big, beautiful table, and if you put everybody around it, you can put a camera up, and people would watch you guys talk to each other.
That's fucked up, but I do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Oh my God. Yeah, but I do.
Think about this right now. Just having this conversation of all the ways that we're sitting here laughing and giggling, trying to think of all the ways that we can help this woman while trying to have fun with all of her supporters. And a
complete stranger. She's a freaking stranger.
And everybody in the chat agrees with us. Like, do it. Let her have it. So there's no hate. There's no hate. It's all love in here. And that's all I ever see when you walked out inside that courtroom and the loads of pink. I was like, this is freaking unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. Where's this coming from? And I had to really dig deep into my mind and my body and say, okay, this woman has an effect on all these people in somehow, some way that they in their own life can really reflect back and understand this stuff. What's the matter? Is he saying something funny to him?
Dude, somebody put Trisha on a goddamn timeout, please. She's killing me. She's killing me.
I can't see what you're seeing. I don't know who you talking about.
Trisha.
She said a virtual one night stand is the closest I'm getting to dating.
For all you single mom creators out there, that brings a high price though. Okay, that's you can auction off. If you're gonna auction off Flip Ahead, I'm telling you, it's gonna be 5 numbers, 5 digits.
Oh! Is he that great?
And you got to fly to Philly.
Oh, Flip is great. Yeah.
Oh, forget about it. Forget it. No one's doing that. Someone's gonna have to fly him.
No,
up. No one's doing that.
We could have Flip Ahead just do like a little dance for you. If you want to buy the date with Flip Ahead, he'll sit down, he'll eat dinner with you, and you're on the other camera, and then you can do it from there.
Virtual dinner dates.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know.
Real
They'll
quick,
be disappointed.
I want to show you guys this, right? Because this is like exactly what we're talking about. Now, we've all been talking about how Karen feels, right? How she deal with it. You guys are still freaking crazy with each other.
Well, she's virtually coming right now.
Allegedly. Glenn, What if anything
let's
is
get
coming
back
out?
on track.
What
I'll allow
if
it.
anything? Oh, where's Cherry? Cherry started this. I know she did.
Oh my god.
Mike, I'll allow it.
Oh my god, man.
All right. What? Imagine.
I know the swingers and getting.
It's pretty bad when Tom's the only one focused right now. That's where like we're screwed.
Look at this
Right.
report. Wait, this is a murder suspect. You can't even get through the crowd.
God, is she a beauty?
Wow. Wow, yeah. What the fuck, man? Right?
What
It's
else
just like-
more do you need to say?
It's like
Have you
watching a
ever
movie
seen
star.
Iron look so feminine and beautiful at once?
Only in a bedroom?
She floated through that crowd like that.
Who got Mike on a roll? Who started this? Come on.
I don't know. I don't know.
Get it under
I
control.
all right,
It's
Jerry.
gotta be Glen Lake.
It's her
Get it
birthday.
under control.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh my. So, yeah.
Fliphead says, stop putting him in timeout. He wants to get auctioned off.
Oh, okay. So who's paying for his plane ticket up here?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
And
he'll
I
come
hope
up
he's
here.
not driving the same car as Tom for crying in the sink. Will it make it?
Yeah. Jersey. Wait till he gets through Jersey. He'll be all right.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Yeah, you'd be halfway, right? I don't know. But maybe we can just get him to go on screen for once and just, I don't know.
I mean,
oh, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
I mean, really, guys, it's just
Right.
save it. Save your dollars for the Star Drive-In. We're gonna have a fundraiser for Karen on December 8th at the Star Drive-In. There's vendors there, so you can do some Christmas shopping. But this whole thing is to raise money for Karen. All the proceeds go to Karen Reed. That's it. It's simple. Show up, spend a little bit of money, donate a little bit of money, have fun, bring the family, have some great food, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, back to the video, Tom, real quick. It's like someone just mentioned. Then imagine having like anxiety, like going out and being supportive.
Mike, I'm sure she does.
Right?
Free flip ahead.
I'm talking. I'm talking about the supporters that go out there and clap and drive down from New Hampshire and fly in from here.
Flying a red eye. Red eye. Yeah.
That's powerful stuff, man. Like, who would fly in from Chicago to stand on the sidewalk to cheer somebody on, right?
England.
Right?
England, Mike. Tara, my goodness.
Right.
Wow.
That's the flip ahead? Okay. Okay, let's go. But I think about all those people that go to the standouts for the first time. What is it setting up for these younger kids that activism and protesting peacefully can do to the world and make change?
Woo!
Right?
Maybe
I
we
never had that in my life.
We
now,
have
go back to the 60s. Go back to the 60s and 70s.
Change the freaking history.
Right, just like Vietnam, right? They protested peacefully, or college students coming out, all these people coming out, and we haven't seen it in 30, 40 years, right? Other countries, you can't do it, right? And here we are, just doing it in our own small little part of the world, and we're having a ripple effect, a butterfly effect across the country and across the world. So we have to be at our best behavior. We are in the spotlight, whether we like it or not.
Yep.
Right. And we
That's
have
right.
we have to bring content that people want to understand and listen to that makes sense, and not make things up and go after each other, and just come together like the Beatles and just do a 24-hour stream and just give the love out, man. Just show the love.
Yep.
That's
going to be a wonderful thing.
Right. If we ever put it together, hopefully we can. Right before Christmas would be great, wouldn't it? You know, like a little Christmas
Yeah,
present.
and it would be great to have Shay on there for a minute.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. Imagine getting the reads on there for 5 minutes. Some content creator gets the reads on for 5, and then wishing everybody Merry Christmas and thank you so much. How fucking cool would that
They
be?
can record the video and send it.
Right.
Cool.
There it is.
Yep.
The Christmas card, right?
Yep.
A 24-hour love stream. That sounds a little pornographic, but I'll go with it.
I take it
Now
he's
it
the
does.
romantic type.
I'm talking Barry White.
Or is
Barry
that some
White.
John and
Barry
is
White
that
here.
is that some John and Yoko there that I hear coming out?
Yeah, laying in bed, just doing the interview.
Right, right.
Unconditional love. I just,
Yeah.
you know, I'm an empath. I told you that, man. I'm all about
11.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like a sit-in, but 11.
I love it. Yes, you want to
Everybody
protest.
screams from bed.
You want to if you want to do
In
your
our
own
jammies.
protest, you just do whatever you want, man. Just do it. Just jump on the stream, whatever you can. Donate. Don't donate. Make a chat. Do a chat. Have it on TV. Have it playing for your guests to see, for your family to see. Say and talk about when you were younger, like. We protested during Woodstock. We protested during the Vietnam War. We made a difference, right? We can make a difference.
And like,
This
you
is
have
how
to, and you have to get out there to do that, though, or watch.
exactly.
Or watch.
Right now,
I mean,
right.
Even people watching helps.
That's the difference. We have the internet now.
That's
Right.
the boots on the ground support.
Yep.
Right. When you say boots on the ground, okay, that could be physically or
That's
virtually.
right. That's right.
Yep. All right, so let's go over the things. Cherry gifted 10 memberships this morning. So Cherry, thank you very much. That's awesome, right? Amy from Boston, nice little comment about Canton. She said Canton breeds the alcoholics. We know that one. Mr. Monk's understudy is a new member. Thank you very much.
He's a funny bastard, man. Mr. Monk. He's a funny fucking guy.
This one's important. She
right.
laughed so hard she kicked herself off. Legacy Place. 10 to 12. Let's make it the biggest Karen needs us now more than ever. Together we conquer. No negativity allowed. It's about caring. Nothing else matters. Thank you very much, Dennis Sweeney. So Sunday. And then we have Christine Mitchell. You guys are amazing. You are amazing. Free Karen Reed. Thank you for watching. You're amazing for being here. Thank you. And then we have Miss Cindy. Thank you very much, Cindy. She agrees with Dennis without the negativity.
Yep.
You know, Amy from Boston again.
Jesus Christ, man. Thanks, man.
Never cover for Higgins. She hates him. Well, okay. She's got to deal with what she's got. She doesn't have to like him, but she has to deal with it. Like that he was there. So whatever. Thomas Autonomous getting I don't know if he got timed out.
How did Thomas's anonymous?
You know, wait, I want to go back to this, right?
What's up?
Jen McCabe, right? She was with Higgins at the bar.
Right.
You don't go out drinking with people you don't like, do you?
Not typically, no. Nope. Well,
and Brian didn't like him, right?
Well, yeah, like Joe's saying, she didn't hate him enough to talk about the Jeep. That's true, you know, like almost like she was trying to set him up on the Jeep with the plow being on it. Like Lucky was going to be the fall guy. I don't know. There's so many things. I don't know.
That's something to think about, right? All right, so let's get back to the super chat.
Jesus Christ! Wow.
Amy, thank you very much, and then Tara.
Wow.
Good read, team. Justice for Officer John O'Keefe. True. His birthday's coming up, isn't it?
Yes. Yep.
And then Bubbling Rocks and 999. Thank you so much for everyone that's donated. Really.
Wow.
I'm just blown away with all you guys.
Fuck, man.
Wonderful. Yeah, let's get her back up real quick before we crash it. Hey, you. We're back online, you. Hey.
When you
you laughed yourself out of the screen?
No, I could hear Ranger crying on the other side of the door, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna."
He's awesome. He's the freaking great dog. Thinks he's a cat.
He needs some medication.
He's a cat dog. Yeah, I know.
He jumps around like a cat.
December 8th is John's birthday.
No.
That's what it says in the chats. How ironic is that, Tommy? Wow. See, undivine, right? That's something that you didn't know, and
Nope.
it happened for a fucking reason.
That's the day that John Lennon was shot.
There you go, right?
That's
1980.
That's the day we're having our Star Drive-In fundraiser for Karen. That's the day, December 8th. Wow.
Holy shit.
Makes you feel different, didn't it?
It does now, man.
More important.
It does. It does, absolutely.
Yep.
Holy shit, man.
So everything happens for a reason. There you go. God's saying, look at me over here.
What a show.
Yeah.
What a show, man. What a good time. Learned a lot there. But the 24-hour stream, December 8th, and that, what was this thing about Pink on Friday? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The Twitter thing that's going around, Pink on Friday. There's like a thing on Twitter that says all pink on Friday. If you have, I don't know. Okay.
I didn't see
this
it.
Friday.
I'm not sure, Carrie. It might be. It might be. If you go on Twitter, you'll see like a little link that says Pink Friday. So I don't know. And then
everybody, heads up, just so everybody knows, I will be back at court on Friday.
Okay. Which one are you going to?
That is Leominster, I think.
Oh, Jesus.
I think it's Leominster Court.
Scott McGinnis going to meet you out there?
I think he's going to be out there with us.
All right, man. That's fucked up. But what's fucked up with the birthday? That's just weird.
It does it not give you more divine, like it's divine intervention? Like, hello, wake up, see it. It's over here.
Holy shit, Tom. Wow, man, that's crazy.
Pink Friday is 11/29.
Okay, that's a week from Friday.
Okay, so everybody wears pink that day.
Is that what I skimmed through it. Is that what it's saying, to wear pink? And then just post a picture of yourself or your friends and family or whatever, and just see. That's the thing about Twitter. I was like, if you do it and no one sees you, it's like a tree falling down the woods, right? You know, it happened, but did anybody really see it happen? Post it. Post it.
Hold on. I didn't know about this. Do you guys know about this? Do you know about that, Mike?
No, I don't care to.
That's right around the corner.
Huh. Wow. I'm all set with that. That's negative, man. I just, yeah, whatever.
Odd,
okay. But yeah.
I just saw that, and I'm like, whoa.
That's like Friday. This Friday. So you know, that's this Friday. Now, you know, like, go if you want. It's up to you. You want to go that way? Go that way. You know, I don't know.
I may be in the area. I'm just saying. I may be in that area.
I think a lot of people will be. Honestly, there'll be some cameras around probably.
Dude,
not just ours.
I mean, I'm curious. How do you dress for a retirement party?
In orange.
Stripes.
I hope, man. I hope.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I do have spare of John's badges to be ironed on if anybody wants to go to a retirement party with that.
That's awesome.
I have a different idea.
Well, I'll be in Revere on Friday night, so.
Mike, I'll talk to you about that later, Mike.
If it involves going there, Tom, I'm out.
Don't have to.
All right, I can be here in my house, then I'm okay. But I worry about you. I worry about you, my friend. So let's just worry about Pink Friday then, right?
Yeah,
that's
Friday.
That's 29. Yeah, let's focus on that.
Yep.
And then and Friday, you're going to be in court.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know if I'm going to go out there, though. I mean, I might drive an hour and 45 minutes to Western Mass to see what? To see the judge just say, go back home. Sorry to bother you, ma'am.
Right. Can we live stream it?
I think Leominster, they don't let you. It's like a I don't even think they have internet out there, Mike.
So stop it. Stop. No, sorry. Shelby, sorry.
Right? That's all I can think about right now is Shelby. And I'm like,
so if we get Scott McGinnis out there, we can just check in with him and
Yeah.
we can do this whole thing. Yeah. And someone put some thoughts in the 24-hour, live stream. That'd be kind of cool.
Right. Yep.
I don't know how. I don't know how. I know that Glare brought it up, and
I think he's gonna get 2 hours from each creator.
So listen, you could probably auction off a fantastic date with Will if he's willing to come up. He's so. I think all the ladies love him.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They'd pay for that.
I mean, he's tall. You know what I'm saying? I think.
He's like the Elvis of the chat. He's like the Elvis of the content.
He is Elvis. Yeah.
Ladies love him.
He just shows it. What's happening, baby? What's going on?
Ladies love him. Girls adore him.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. He'll bring in a G note.
Yep. Without a doubt.
Go get a G note.
Listen, we got 2 hours we have to cover. If that's gonna happen. So think about things,
Yeah. And in Australia, you get Miss Shorty, Aussie Insider, right?
Mm-hmm.
Broken Baker across the pond.
Yep.
Right. And then you get us on the East Coast, West Coast, and you get Shelby out in Western Mass, right?
The other side.
Yep.
Awesome.
So that's kind of cool. So how do we get this? Like, who can be the point? Like, how do we just do it? Like, we just have our mods talk to other mods and go that route. All right.
I think Cherry is like the linchpin of that. She's the center of the hub, taking.
All right.
And I'm pretty sure that Shelby and Cherry are real.
All right.
So yeah.
Cool.
All right, guys and girls.
Has Cherry ever been able to make it up here?
I think no. She's over on Ireland. She needs to come over.
Oh God!
Get her ass over here. Yes.
That's
where in Ireland?
I do not know.
Really? Do we have anybody creative content creator out in Ireland? That'd be kind of cool.
Cherry's out there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
We have a lot of viewers from Ireland.
A lot.
Like for some reason, Ireland. Yep.
I've been there, man. I saw Adele out there in concert. It was crazy.
I'll have my mod call your mod. I love it.
Yeah.
So listen, there's a
wait a minute. Time out. Can we auction off the mods too for dates?
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Yep.
All right. I'm just saying, people in the chat.
That is modstitution.
And it's a minimum. It's got to be a certain amount of money. You just can't get it.
Shelby,
right?
you see how they be doing us?
Right? Gata's on the street. Gata. But that would be a good idea if the mods got together and they had, people in the chat that talk with the mods. You want to, we can auction you off as a charity. I don't know.
Listen, I'm down.
All right, there we go.
I'm down.
Yeah, but I think
if you could stand my dry sense of humor.
Imagine Will with a nice tux on, with a bow tie, with nothing else. How much he'd bring in? I'm serious.
We like him in his 80s t-shirts, a little tight. Thank you very much. But he's got to bring Clubber. How's that?
All right.
It's got to be a whole.
Yeah. Definitely gonna bring Clubber.
It's only $200 to add a Clubber to the flight.
Or you could go down to Tennessee and spend the weekend with Will if you win the contest. Just you three, the dog, the cat. Will.
Okay, so I'm totally down for that because I have doctors down there that I've met at medical conferences that I would love to see.
Holy shit, Will.
Let me take a picture of that.
Yeah. The QR code, right? Just that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Kelly. Thanks, Kelly. Kelly Reed. Yeah.
Kelly Reed, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, yes, it is it is Friday the 29th.
That's a week from Friday, right?
Yep. That's
not this Friday, Tom. Next Friday.
Next Friday. Okay. Yeah. So listen, there's a guy that knows all about Boston's history in the mob. I got him coming on the show.
Oh yeah, that guy that we had the video on. Oh yeah.
So he gave filling some blanks for us because I'm under the impression that when they caught Whitey, they broke the mob down. But I don't remember anything about breaking the mob down. But I remember them catching Whitey, but the mob was still running. But they caught Whitey.
Just changed hands.
That's all.
Yeah. Who's gonna let that money go? It's all about
So-
the money.
Right. So we got some stuff that's coming up.
I don't know what I don't. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear Friday, man. Next Friday. I'm just gonna kind of. I can wear all pink.
Pink.
Pink pants.
For breast
Pink
cancer
pants,
day, when I was at the hospital, we all wear.
Oh yeah.
I even dyed my hair with pink.
Oh, dyed your hair. That'd be good, Tom. Do it again.
Okay.
Do it
into that.
again.
I'll go pink for that day. Pink hair works.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I'll pick it out. See what we can do.
Can I
I
put some
will.
bows? Can I put some pink bows in your hair?
No,
Yeah.
drop it on there.
I'm getting slap happy here.
So not a team player.
Man, bows.
He has his limits. He has
I'm
his
a
limits.
ribbons. No bows. Ribbons.
Stop it. Stop it. I can't. I gotta go. I'm getting off this fucking thing. all
Right?
Jesus Christ.
Look at
Like
I'm pimping Willow. He doesn't even know it yet. He's gonna kill me.
yeah, but it's for a good cause.
I know.
it is for a good cause.
Holy shit.
Listen, he's fantastic.
I know.
I
Yeah.
would bet he would so be.
He'd
so
play along. He'd
agreeable.
go with
Yes,
it. I think. Yeah.
I
Right.
think
He's
he
really,
would.
and he's all in
He's
too.
literally
He
perfect
really-
for that too, because the
Yeah.
girls just love him.
Oh
I'm
God, he
telling
eat
you,
that up.
All right.
That would be a show in itself. I mean, can you imagine?
Does he have a
Yes!
girlfriend? Does he have a girlfriend?
I have no
I don't know.
idea.
I don't know that.
And no one cares, really.
Listen,
No.
I don't know
Don't
if he
matter.
has a handler. Okay, I don't know if he has a handler.
He will be. He will have one
I
soon.
know that you have a handler. I know I have a handler. I do not know who everybody else's handler is.
Oh man, Will, if you get it,
Listen, Skip is tall. You can pimp him out if you want.
Maybe. That'd be an interesting date.
He is sweet. He's a gentleman, and he's as trustworthy as they come.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
If we need to donate his time to Karen,
Yep.
have at it.
Imagine having a date with Aiden. If Meredith would let you have him, just go out to dinner with Aiden.
Again,
That's
show in itself, right? Yeah.
I go with Meredith.
There you go. Yeah.
I would want
Yeah.
a full.
Oh, here we go.
I would want. Yeah, no, I would need a full hazmat suit to go on a date with that guy.
No.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Jesus.
Germaphobe.
All right.
All right.
We'll let you have it.
Jeremy.
Okay.
I mean, he does shake a lot of hands. He can't go anywhere without someone saying, "Can I get a
The
picture?"
poor guy. I know
He's
it.
getting flashed, like he's getting sunburn from the flashes going off all the time on the guy.
Hey, I got a
that-
question. Has anybody ever flashed the tatas and offered to have those signed?
Not
No,
for me.
not
Has he
yet.
had that
But
happen yet?
no.
Then
no.
he has not reached his level of stardom.
I got a
Oh,
bucket
look,
of
it looks like
Shoppies.
Tom's prepared though.
I'm ready.
Well,
I'm ready to
Oh,
go.
wait a minute. Wait a
right.
minute.
I'm gonna write the declaration.
Wait a minute.
We
What
the
if the mods got together and you flashed your tatas for a donation?
Ooh,
Whip him out Wednesday.
Right? Mod
I mean,
Wednesdays.
that may-
Rip 'em
that
out
may-
Wednesday.
we may have to do like not suitable for minors.
Oh my god. A pay-per-view with the mods.
Oh
you
my
go.
God. Listen, the
right.
mods can get out of hand. Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I
Listen,
heard
it's-
that.
It's for a
I
good
heard that.
cause.
You guys think you're bad when the
I
mods
don't.
all get together? Ooh.
No. Yeah, no.
I've been over your house, man, and I've seen a couple of mods sitting around talking, and it's like a truck stop. And I'm
You don't
just
want to
like,
be there.
holy shit! These girls can. I've never heard so many f-bombs in 4 minutes in my life.
Whoa.
I'm just saying. The
What do
kids
you
were in
we
the
are women of dignity and honor over here.
online. Yeah, I'm talking about in person. It was a whole different game, man.
What happens on the porch stays on the porch.
It's okay. That's true. But man, my stomach hurts from laughing so much, man. Oh my god.
Tom's done
Oh shit.
with his
Yeah,
purple face.
the porch gets me every time.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
it
Hey,
sucks you right in.
God.
Where's Trisha? Where's Trisha right now?
Oh,
We
she
have
knows
an
about
issue
the
with
porch.
the porch.
The
I
porch.
tell you what. I
If
tell
you
you what.
sit on that porch, it sucks you in. You can't leave. You're like a hostage. It's
Beautiful.
a
Yeah,
whole
you're in.
vacuum of.
Conversation and
Makes me
love.
go to sleep.
Yeah.
That freaking porch.
You know how many times we've worked out there?
And I've been
Oh,
right asleep.
there was laptops all over the place when I showed up there, and there was
It's
a
the most
pool in the back.
fantastic outdoor office ever.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, it did.
It is. It really. It's very. It is. Yeah.
It's
That
a
was
fun
nice,
place to
man.
be.
You had basketball. You had a basketball court right there. You had a jacuzzi.
Yep.
I mean, a whirlpool right there. I was like, I would never leave this place, man.
I know.
We don't.
Why would you ever leave that place? Anyways,
Well, that's why I'm dying right now because Trisha will be like, "There's something about that couch and that porch. It just sucks you in. You can't leave."
Don't even talk about the inside.
Oh, the inside's beautiful.
Downstairs. Didn't think I showed you downstairs, Mike.
I went downstairs.
I didn't get a chance. I'm sorry. I'll get it next
Okay,
time.
I don't know
Next
about
time.
the two of you being downstairs, but you know what?
Carrie!
That's a good time for me to go.
You showed me. You showed me. You're like, here's my tanning booth. Here's my
Yes.
sauna.
Tanning
Here's
booth.
my-
Get
You
out of
did
here,
see it.
Mike.
No,
Oh
I
my
could-
god.
It was a sauna. Her sauna.
I'm sorry. I'm
Sauna.
sorry. Sauna.
Sauna.
Sauna. Here's my
Sauna.
If I had a
office.
tanning booth, I would have a tan.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, you have got a lot of rooms down there with doors on them. It's like
Everything.
I
It's
know.
my
It just
gym.
keeps going.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking it's like the never-ending house. I was like, what the is this really
Where
work?
am
What
I?
the fuck is going on here? I was waiting for like the chocolate stream to show up. So I don't know what was going on. It's
Yeah.
beautiful house.
You know what I don't have?
What?
And I'll end with this. I do not have any barbells, weights, or a bulkhead.
See?
Okay, there you go.
Normal seller.
I'll talk to
Thank you, Miss Dia.
Hey,
I love you
You're
guys.
off.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me on this morning. It was fun.
Anytime,
I had a
sweet.
blast. I had a blast, man. I had a blast.
And then any plans we need to make for the future, just let me know. I'm all in.
All right, girl.
Don't forget about our date. We have a date.
Yes.
What?
And then
How'd
I'll
that-
be in
how'd that-
Revere Friday.
Yeah, but I got you the next day. So
Okay.
bye.
So, Pink. All right, man. I'll talk to you. See you later.
Wow. Man.
Ooh, my fucking stomach. Oh,
Week's half
Tom.
over, Mike. Look at what
Tom, you started it. You had her on as a guest. I didn't know she was coming on.
she's our mod, dude. She's in charge of us. So heads up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
she's funny, dude. She's fucking funny. But it was good to hear. We should have more women on because more women point of view. I think is important. Miss Rita.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, Rita, I love you, baby.
That's
You gotta come on the show.
Best picture of me. Like I think that's the only one I think I'd accept because the other ones I hate.
Rita,
This is like
Rita,
the
if you
best-
listen, we need to get Rita on, man. I've always liked Rita. I've always talked to her at the standouts. And she gave a great speech last week or two in front of the courthouse about Canton and stuff. And she brings the energy, man. Man, she brings the energy. Latina, thanks for the $2. Tom, show everyone what I got. Oh, the painting. That's what you're doing. You're showing the painting. And I love the one behind you that says "Pull Up, Bitch."
That one,
I
yeah.
love that one. I love that one, man. Yeah. Wow.
All right, guys, it's been a day already. Week's half
All right.
over. Cameron Reed's still innocent, factually innocent.
Nothing's changed
Nothing's
there.
changed there.
Detective Lieutenant Tully gets a slap on the wrist with 6 days.
They took
But
6 days.
hey, just to talk about the clap deal, I posted like a bunch of stuff on X. It got like 3,000 views, 3,500. People were asking about it. All you gotta do is Google that case number, and it's right there, folks. And you can look at the whole and read the whole thing. People ask me, "Is this the one where we had sexual advances against clap?" Yeah, that's the same. And that was Fanning, Tully, all of them. Okay, it's a good read. Read that case file.
Yep. Really.
Oh,
It
tells you a lot about what's going on in the Norfolk County DA's office. Okay, it really does.
It'll open your eyes.
It did. It blew me away, man. Blew me away.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to show something real quick before we go.
All right, man.
This is important.
Oh, Nurse Kim too. Yes, I think Nurse Kim would be I mean, it gets a little raunchy sometimes on here, but I think she can handle it.
Yeah, she'll be all right. All right.
So-
This is made by the same lady that made our open.
All right.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Notifications on our screens. Another live stream, but what could it mean? But now we know not is all as it seems. YouTube drama is about their own dreams. Are these creators only playing the game? And having beef might be just for fame. For all their work they are underpaid. But don't play us with your fake shade. We are a movement about humanity, so much more than this insanity. Let's put them all on blast. Is this pink color fast? Terrified that we might grow bored, they draft us into their war. To them we're just a zombie horde. We didn't come here to settle their score. We fan their egos as they all steal valor, bringing them clout and fame and power. We vowed to devour the ivory tower. Now they all meet there for happy hour. We are a movement about humanity, so much more than this insanity. Let's put them all on blast. Is this pink color fast? Pink is not just a color, it's a badge we wear with honor. So get your shit together, you goddamn motherfuckers. We are a movement of humanity, so much more than this insanity. Let's put them all on blast. Is this pink color fast? It's not just a color, it's a badge we wear with honor. So get your shit together, you goddamn motherfuckers. We are humanity, so much more than this insanity. Let's put them all on blast. Is this pink color fast?
Nice.
We might want to change. We might want to change our opening, huh?
I like that. That's from Melissa Iceland. She
Wow, she's
talent.
good.
She's
Yeah,
just
man.
she just has that. That's awesome. So
I love it, man. It speaks volumes, man.
this movement is precious to us. It really is. And I'm glad that I think she's in Australia, I think. She's right. This movement is precious to us. And if anyone wants to come along and mess with it, don't give them the power. Just ignore them.
Yeah.
Because
Take the power away. Yeah, you're right.
if you just don't watch them, it doesn't matter. So
You have choices. You have choices,
right.
man.
Right. And she's right. This is about Karen. This isn't about clout. This isn't about getting paid. This is about getting this girl off of a freaking murder charge.
That's right, brother.
Murder
That's
of
right.
a Boston cop.
Yep.
And she didn't beat him up. Again,
Nope.
physically, you remove that, then you have the vehicle. The vehicle didn't hit him.
Nope.
Then you have what?
You have a murder inside that house, man.
He got out of her car. Doesn't matter what happened after that, does it?
Nope.
He got out of her car. She's innocent. At that point, she's resolved of all duty.
Yep. I believe that, man. Wholeheartedly.
100%.
All right, bro.
All right, guy. I'll talk to you.
Hey, so stand out on Sunday, right? 10. Okay.
Legacy Place, 10 to 12. Legacy Place.
And we're on Friday, right? All right. So,
Friday.
all right, you gonna close it out?
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Be good. All right, everybody. Again, you guys are the best. I love you guys. There's Dave, Beth, everybody. Glenn, thanks for making the chat great today. Chat was great. You guys are awesome. All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being members. You guys, I got a lot of members today. That's going to help. You guys are going to help us a lot. I could do another members only stream. So maybe Sunday we'll put something together. Subscribe. You have to like, little thumbs up at the corner. You like that. That helps the algorithm. And that's about that. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. And it's been my pleasure to be here. And free Karen Reed. We will see you guys court Friday next time. We'll see you in court early. I don't know. Figure something out, but there's court Friday and Sunday. Maybe we'll show up at Legacy Place. You never know. So, all right, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, you all are great. I love you all. Thank you. And I will see you all very soon.